row. Thanks to 8 runs in the top of the 8th, Rays got a win at the A's 10-6. Toronto over Boston 2-1. The loss to Sonny Gray, who's now 14-3. The Dallas Cowboys gave defensive tackle Quinnen Williams a 3-year extension worth just over $100 million guaranteed. WNBA, Atlanta sent Toronto to a 9th straight loss. Seattle snapped an 11-game losing streak. I'm Steve DeSager.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Sam Beard, Bad News Bubba, Josh Lovett. Happy Tuesday morning to you, August 11th. As we continue to get closer and closer and closer to football. Sam, how are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good, John. Doing pretty good. One day closer to the real thing. These first. I hate the first 2 weeks of August. I'll say that. I hate the first 2 weeks of August.
It's one of the things I feel the strongest about. I feel like I talk about it every year about trying not to get fooled by SEC media days. Because everyone's like, oh, it means football's back, and it really doesn't. I think I'm with you because, July, June, whatever, people kind of know the deal that you're still in the off season. But August, people want you to be in football season, but you're still not that close. You still have nothing new to really talk about.
Yeah, you're trying your best to dig out new ways to talk about kind of the same things that you've talked about all summer.
Except it's worse because they give you a little slither of news. They'll give you a little bit. A little bit to look at.
You've seen the guy that you're talking about in a position battle, at least in pads, so now you assume you should be able to have more to talk about, but there's really just nothing else besides seeing him in his uniform.
That's it.
Yeah. I didn't do a whole lot last night. I guess I watched some Barstool things, but I'm not super in depth into it, but they have the Surviving Barstool thing out, their little version of Survivor, and I always enjoy that just because it's a pretty solid production and it's at a much lower level than Survivor, I guess. It's not actually just there's a couple dumb people mixed into regular Survivor, but I like the mix up of actual smart people in this Surviving Barstool versus just some actual morons that have no idea what they're doing and how they can kind of play with their heads. But did that. Didn't have a drink in solidarity of Brad Pitt saying he's drinking alcohol again after 7 years sober.
He's had enough. He's tired of the bad news.
He needs football back too.
Yeah, his kids are all publicly talking about changing their names away from his because, he didn't really want them in the first place. Angelina made him adopt all those damn kids. His movie, they're having to do reshoots on the Tarantino spinoff, the Cliff Booth movie. He said, you know what, enough's enough. I'm going back to booze. You very rarely see that publicly announced. Usually if somebody's giving up alcohol, they either continue to give up alcohol or they are very private about their backsliding and falling off the wagon. He's letting everybody know, enough's enough. 7 years, that was good enough. Don't really feel any better. I'm just going to drink again.
Said he has to be professional about it this time.
Yeah.
I like the wording that he had in this TMZ article.
I'm just going to get back to boozing. Let's get back to Bubba. Bubba, top of the morning to you, my friend.
Top of the morning, John.
What up?
Not a whole lot. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, so mentally I'm just upset and just feeling feisty.
You just woke up in a bad mood?
I mean, I didn't really go to bed. Yeah, I've been upset for I don't know how long now, like 12 hours.
You didn't go to sleep?
I mean, I half in and out, you know. I'd wake up, I'd roll over, look at the clock, and then my first thing would be to check my phone screen, and that made me angry because I hate doing that. And then it's just like screen time when trying to sleep just makes you even more angry. You can't get a good rest, night's sleep. And then just other things. I don't know. I'm on one today.
Well, jot that down, Sam. Don't mess with Bubba today.
Mm-hmm. On one.
Or you'll be the one that he has to give bad news to. Josh.
Get a graphic from William. Bubba's face on one.
It'd be good. Little pouty face, little angry face. My mom said that she specifically told me yesterday on the phone. She's like, I really liked your friend Bubba. He's a sweet kid. She said he's a sweetheart.
Let's go, Bubba.
I was telling John that she reminds me of like one of my cousins. Just this nice, on the surface, nice Southern lady, down to earth, real accent, willing to cut up with about anybody. But deep down, she's got a absolute rocket temper.
That's pretty accurate, honestly. She said saw him talking to Cody, and then I went and hugged Cody, and they just kind of sat down. But then he popped up and ran over and gave me a hug. And was like, I didn't know you were Jonathan's mom. I'm sorry. So he is a real nice guy. I liked him. A little bit of a strange fella, ain't he? I said, that's just Bubba. He's got some crazy looking eyes. I said, yeah, that's just Bubba. Josh, good morning to you. How are you?
Morning, boys. Not too bad. Really didn't get up to anything different yesterday. Came here, did the show, got a lift in, went to practice, came back home, did any other work stuff I needed to get done, and then just kind of did nothing because there was really nothing on TV last night. So
got a good lift in myself. Went to see Super Troopers 3, which about 30 minutes into, I was like, what? It wasn't my idea. It was my old lady's idea because she just wanted to go to the movies.
Okay.
Because I showed her the first one and she like fell asleep. Then so I stopped it and I started a day later. And it was one of those I could tell she wasn't really into. And as I was rewatching, I was like, I don't know if I'm into it. I kind of thought it was funny when it first came out. But then the sequel, I mean, she had no interest in it. Then the third one, she's like, let's go see it. Can you catch me up to speed on what I need to know? I was like, you don't really need to know anything. It's kind of dumb. But then as I sat there, I was like, this is even dumber than I thought it was going to be. Then I'm like, why did Brian Cox, a.k.a. Logan Roy from Succession, why did he agree to still do?
Really?
Like he was in the first one, and that one made sense because he wasn't he wasn't super famous at that point. Second one, I was like, okay, it's nice that he's still doing it. But like the third one, he's going to be pretty particular with his roles now. I mean, he's got the McDonald's money, the Succession role. He's a very respected actor, and here he is just running around in Super Troopers 3. And I'm like, what are we doing, Brian? Why are we doing this?
I didn't really know they made a Super Troopers 2, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Two's fine. 3, I didn't think it was very good at all. But
I feel like it's just bad news if you space out your movies like that far apart.
No, they went ahead and spoiler alert, I guess, but they're setting up a fourth one too.
Oh,
so I mean, I don't know if they just like hanging out together, like because none of them really get cast in anything else. So like maybe they just need to get together and make a couple $100,000, or I'm sure maybe a couple of them make $1 million or so and just do the movie. But
it's like the Grown-Ups method.
I mean, kind of, but those guys are all like famous. Like like Adam Sandler and Chris Rock, they don't have to do that movie. Like even Kevin James, I mean, like he don't have to do that movie. Now, maybe Rob Schneider, he's not really getting any work outside of that. And David Spade doesn't seem like he's getting much work. So, like, they need to get together and do it. But, no, like, the Super Troopers guys, like, none of those guys get cast in anything else. Like, don't know if I've ever even seen any of those guys in any other movies. And they're not good actors. But they got their little shtick, I guess, that they do. And
you think they're actual cops?
No, I don't think they're actual cops. No,
Do they think they're actual cops?
no, probably not. Probably not. They just got this one role. Like I said, I don't even know if the first one's that good. If you actually go back and watch the first Super Troopers, I don't know if it's actually even good. It's probably the worst movie that's ever gotten 2 sequels that have all gotten released in theaters. Because yeah, there's plenty of bad sequels, but like those are all like straight to streaming. This has gotten 3 theatrical releases, and I would make the case that it's the worst trilogy in movie history. Well, like in terms of, like I said, like theatrical releases where it's not like where it's not just like the straight to streaming nonsense.
Yeah. Okay.
Like where they're all getting movies. Like to me, I feel like that's the case. And if I definitely said non-horror related, because the horror genre, they've put out some real slop. Non-horror related, I think that statement goes up to like 90% accurate. But then later, last night, she's been wanting to watch Napoleon Dynamite. So then, have you ever watched that one?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like it?
I mean, when I was like 12, I feel like I haven't watched it in a long time.
Bubba, do you like it, Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah, I do.
Josh, have you seen it? Do you like it?
I've seen it. I did not love it.
I didn't even really like it in high school, but I was like, maybe I'm wrong because I kind of get it. Like, oh, cool.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I was like, like maybe I'm just a weird one here. Bubba's doing the dance.
I'm not gonna lie, but I had a kid in high school that one of my friends was like really good friends with this kid, and he like dedicated himself to doing that dance, and it was pretty. Yeah, funny. It was pretty funny.
We had a kid that looked like him, that had the little afro, like the little curly afro, and like looked a lot like him and had the same demeanor, and he did it too for like.
We had a kid win the talent show with that dance.
Yeah, and everyone,
exactly. Yeah,
everyone liked it at the time, but again, that was like 2006, 2007. So we rewatched it last night. I was like, this movie sucks. I was like, I felt the same way I felt about Super Troopers. Like, this sucks. This is stupid. What a dumb movie.
Napoleon, give me some of your tots.
I did like when the guy kicks the tots. I will say that made me laugh. Just the spite of him saying no. Go, I haven't eaten. I didn't get to eat. I don't like Napoleon, which I'm glad that John Hader didn't get to really like be too much of a movie star. He got a couple more, bites at the apple. Swings at the pinata with bench warmers and like blades of glory, but then everyone's like, "Okay, that's enough. It's enough, John Heater."
You're just jealous that he's talking to online babes all day.
I did appreciate LaFonda. Like I did appreciate her bringing him a diplomat's dipset chain and turning him out. But no, it's a stupid movie.
I think I liked that it was just so low budget, and it ended up making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, have you read up on that stuff?
I can't imagine it took more than like $300 to make. So, like, it did become a cult classic. I just wondered if it had made it to like your generation because it had weirdos it had all the nerds in my high school like in a chokehold.
Independently funded for $400,000. They paid John Heder $1,000 up front for the filming of it.
Like, I knew Bubba was going to like it because Bubba was probably a little weirdo in high school, like Napoleon. I'm a little surprised that Sam liked it, but I'm glad Josh is on my side.
I mean, I haven't rewatched it in a long time, so I feel like it might not carry the same weight as me as a little middle schooler.
I don't think Rachel liked it. I think she felt judged because I was like, "You really want to watch this?" I was like. I was trying to do the thing where I was trying to talk her out of it, but I was like, no, you picked it. It's fine.
You made her hate the movie before she started it.
Maybe that was it, but I don't know. I think she was like, this is weird, which it is weird.
Spent most of my night in fear of earthquakes again. We talked about natural disasters, but there's just another one. There's been 10 7+ magnitude earthquakes in 2026. So it just makes me scared that we're bound for one.
Yesterday's was in Colombia, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
You said we've had how many? 10?
10 7+ Richter scale earthquakes in 2026 alone.
Do you have the data? Like, how many per year do we usually average? Because I feel like we maybe get one a year.
Yeah.
Over 7 that like goes viral, but like one a year even feels high to me. So like saying we had 10 feels crazy. I'd like to see like what that year-to-year data is though, because I don't feel like we have.
I was trying to find that as well.
I feel like 3 at most, but maybe we have a whole bunch that we just don't have like video cameras running for and like that aren't like going viral.
We had one here not too long ago. Obviously not like a 7-0, but it was like a 4 or something.
Okay, I was going to say, I feel like we saw like a 3.
Yeah.
I was going to say it was a 3. But
maybe like a year ago or so.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember exactly where I was for that.
I remember it rumbling and just being like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah, I mean, when that happened, I didn't know what was happening. Like I was in the bathroom about to go in the shower, and then like the entire room starts shaking. I'm like, what in the world?
It seems like we're under under what we normally get.
Okay.
According to Google AI, who knows what they know about earthquakes. It says the world average is about 15 to 18 with a magnitude of 7 or greater.
Interesting.
Which seems kind of surprising to me.
But you got to remember, a lot of them probably happen like out in the middle of the ocean too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like we probably have them and just don't get them on video and have a whole bunch of damage. Interesting. All right. Well, Bubba, send us to break. We'll come back. We'll get the show started. We'll talk some sports. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
I know we're on the cusp of football season. We'll try to find some football stuff to really dive into throughout the show. But Bubba, we did have some somewhat breaking news. Do you have any interest at all on the NBA Christmas Day schedule for 2026? Do you care at all about that as my go-to super casual NBA guy? Has the offseason done enough to at least somewhat intrigue you about the Christmas Day matchups? Because that's the big news that's come out so far today. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no if you don't care.
Absolutely not.
Josh, do you care at all about the Christmas Day schedule?
Yeah.
Even during football season, this is still noteworthy to you. Okay.
Well, normally it's already out by now, but
we had to wait on LeBron. That's what Adam Silver was bitching about. He said, "LeBron, can you make up your mind? We gotta get our game set."
But no, I'm always down to hear what the Christmas Day and opening night.
Well, they did put LeBron on Christmas night as we were expecting,
as they should,
and they are sending him back to LA. So you'll see LeBron versus Luka, Sixers versus Lakers.
You've got an NBA Finals rematch too, I believe, with Spurs and going to New York.
Yeah, they're kind of letting the Knicks be the Lions. It seems like the Knicks kind of hold down that Lions spot where the Lions get the first Thanksgiving Day game. The Knicks over the last decade or so has kind of been right there in that first Christmas Day game.
I was confused where you were going there for a second.
Yeah, I was curious if they were going to see if they were going to move them to primetime and give them more of try to put them at 8 o'clock or 5:30 to let them really have their moment. But they've kind of gotten that noon spot on Christmas. Like I said, kind of like the Lions always get that first game.
Well, they did a really good job of kind of knocking Wemby off of his game, with some of those late starts, getting him past his bedtime. Maybe the early game, he won't be as well rested.
Wemby versus Knicks, though. Grade the matchup, Sam, 1 to 100 in terms of your interest. A finals rematch.
Just the finals rematch?
Yeah, we'll go through them one by one. Spurs at Knicks.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that game just because I do feel like that feels like a new rivalry. Maybe it's just from the sense of, hey, we saw it in the finals, but that does seem like a team that Wemby's going to kind of have in the back of his head is, they got me in the finals type of thing. And he seems like a guy that holds a grudge, and this New York team seems like a team that likes to be that kind of team that's going out there and playing with that kind of fire. So I feel like these games are going to be good in the future. So that one intrigues me.
Matchup number 2 isn't necessarily a rematch from anything the last couple years, but it's two franchises that have gone head-to-head in some pretty good playoff matchups over the last 15 years. There's a trade connection here, too, obviously, with Giannis Antetokounmpo basically deciding, or at least, being shot between the Heat and the Celtics. That's who will play in game number 2. Heat-Celtics. What does this do for you?
Not much. This is a game that I flipped my TV back to the NFL. Maybe eat some food, open up a present or two, catch it in the late third quarter if I get a notification on ESPN bang, Christmas Day classic unfolding in Boston. The Heat lead the Celtics by 5 going into the fourth quarter. Then I'll turn it on.
Josh, as a resident Heat fan, how do you feel about the matchup?
I mean, I'm excited. I'm always excited if we end up playing on Christmas, and the Heat and Celtics is probably Miami's biggest rival, I would say, just in terms of overall probably relevant times when we've played them. I mean, we had the playoff series, 3 years in a row? I think a couple of years back when we were towards the end of the Jimmy era. So I'm always excited for it. So I'll be tuned into that for sure. In addition to the Christmas Day football games, I'll probably split screen it or something.
What day has Christmas come on this year?
Friday
25th.
I was curious to see would the NFL still try to play on Christmas when it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday? Friday, of course, is late enough in the week, where they can still.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, where they can still play that. But as they've tried to take over Christmas, I do wonder what happens if it falls on a Tuesday. Would they still try to run multiple games out there? Would they extend the week before, or how would they get into that? 76ers Lakers, Sam. What does that do for you?
What time will this be on?
This will be basically right there at 5:30.
5:30.
Yeah, 5 or 5:30.
Probably, because I'm looking at the Christmas Day football schedule right now, and I think this one probably has me in a little bit more than Bills Broncos. Maybe for a half. I don't know.
Lakers.
This game can lose me quick.
Yeah, Lakers. LeBron versus Luka. I do find to be interesting, but I don't think there's really any venom there. The Nightcaps, the Thunder at the Timberwolves.
All in on that.
Okay, that's surprising to me.
The Thunder are one of my most hated teams in the NBA, and I love Anthony Edwards, so I like that game.
We'll spend Christmas with LaMelo Ball this year. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And then the the very end of the night, the Nikola Jokic-led Nuggets going to Golden State to play the Warriors as they try to squeeze every little bit of the Steph Curry interest out of.
Tired on the couch. It'll probably be on there. We'll see.
What are the NFL games?
The night NFL game is much better.
Start in order, yeah.
Okay.
Are there 3?
Yeah, there's 3 this year.
You got Packers at the Bears at 1:00.
Okay.
You got Bills at the Broncos at 4:30. And then
that's pretty good.
Those are 4 very important teams to the NFL, like right now.
Well, wait till you hear these last 2.
Okay.
And then the nightcap, 8:15, Rams at Seahawks.
Okay, so they went all out trying to put together, 3 potential like championship games, in their conference. Like you could easily tell me the Bills and Broncos play in the AFC Championship. Of course, they played in the second round last year. The Packers and Bears, if you told me they were playing in the conference championship, maybe I'd be a little surprised. But if you told me it was a playoff matchup or, of course, the division rivalry there, that's pretty damn good. And then you said Seahawks, Rams.
Yeah, Seahawks, Rams.
Yeah, that was the NFC Championship last year. So
right.
I thought the NFL had done not great the last couple Christmases. Like too much Steelers on there. The Chiefs, like when they haven't been very exciting or interesting. But it does seem like they set their game up this Friday. So I would say that we are the winners. Our families might be losers, but we are the winners because I think all 3 NFL games I would say are bangers. All 3 NFL games are, the Bills, Broncos, probably the weakest, but that's Josh Allen against, a pretty good Broncos defense. And,
well, it's a playoff rematch,
right,
too.
And a playoff rematch where he didn't really play well for most of that game, but, they still kind of got screwed or kind of felt like they got screwed on the interception. If that's your worst game, that's a pretty good day. And then on the NBA, I would say Spurs and Knicks is a hit. Heat Celtics, we'll see. I don't have a lot of confidence in either one of those teams being like at the top of the East with the Heat Celtics. Maybe I'll be wrong there. Sixers Lakers, LeBron versus Luka. Thunder Timberwolves has been a pretty good rivalry. Nuggets Warriors, I'll probably be tapped out by that point watching the NFL. Personally, if I was doing the NBA scheduling, I think I would have switched it. I think I personally would have much rather have seen the 76ers and Celtics play on Christmas. The Jaylen Brown going back into Boston Garden. But even without Jaylen Brown, like LeBron James, like you could say if there's one team that's been his biggest rivals throughout his career, it probably would be the Celtics. The Warriors, of course, had that 4-year stretch, but just his whole entire career, the Celtics played a lot of classic series against them. That's been one of his most hated teams. I think I would have done that instead and had Jaylen Brown and LeBron go back into Boston. I think that would have been cooler.
Do you want that much hate on Christmas Day, though?
Well, I don't know if you remember. I guess probably not because you're probably like 3 years old, but that's kind of where this got really started on Christmas Day because it'd be like I remember Shaq versus Kobe was always a big one whenever like Shaq went to the Lakers.
Okay.
They really wanted that to be the Christmas Day games, and that was kind of built around hate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of used to that. So, yeah, I think I would want that. Even 76ers versus the Knicks. Like, I think if you swapped out the 76ers and sent them to New York and had maybe like the 2 teams, you talked about the conference finals in the NFL, I think you could say the Knicks and 76ers could be an Eastern Conference Finals preview. Or at least the 2 most interesting teams in the East. I think if you did that and put the Spurs at the Lakers and Wemby versus Luka, you could have maybe gotten 2 better matchups as well.
They chose to do that for the season opener.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have the season openers
I do,
in front of you?
Yeah.
What are those?
You have 3 o'clock. You've got the Celtics and the Pistons.
3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
On what day?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me either.
I mean, unless they're playing like
on a Tuesday.
They're going for a triple header this year.
And that's in Boston? Like they're playing it like in America? It's not like overseas somewhere?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell?
I think they go to Detroit, not Boston.
Okay. Either way.
And then it's 76ers Knicks, 7 o'clock. And Thunder and Spurs, 9:30.
Okay. I mean, the 76ers and Knicks, that's a banger. Thunder Spurs, that's great. What the hell?
3 o'clock is straight.
It's legit 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
So it's not even a triple header because I imagine the 76ers and Knicks start at 7. So what the hell are we going to do for those like 2 hours? I guess like drive home from work? Look, I'm all for the NBA and the NFL, like throwing us some bones in the middle of the day. That's part of the reason I started watching the WNBA. Is all of a sudden they had games on at like 11 a.m. some days during the dead of summer. I was like, I'll throw this on and see. So like, I'm fine with trying to get eyeballs because I think the World Cup taught us if you build it, will come.
Yeah.
Like people are lining up to watch the World Cup, and I know Bubba's got his Team USA kit on right now, but like, I don't know how much we thought we would care about. Like, oh, here's a random Spain versus Cape Verde, or however the hell you say it. Like, I don't think we thought we'd really care about that, but we found ourselves at 3:00 being like, wow, this is great. So, I mean, if the NBA wants to start, sprinkling some of that in, I'd be on board with it.
Throw it in our trough we're going to eat.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Pistons, Celtics, that was supposed to be a big playoff matchup last year. That was supposed to be the best and second best team in the East. That didn't work out. Sixers at Knicks. Okay, that'll be great. Thunder at Spurs. I'm good with that. That's cool. I'm on board. I would have changed around the Christmas Day schedule a little bit, but I think, look, I mean, you got Wemby, you got Brunson, you got Giannis, you got Tatum, you got LeBron, you got Luka, you got SGA, you got Ant, you got Jokic, you got Curry. I mean, you could tell me that that's like the top 10 players in the league, and I don't think I'd really push back. Now, maybe LeBron, maybe I wouldn't say he's a top 10 player at this point of the regular season especially, but like, of course, he is a top 10 guy that matters, right? Like, I mean, he was the biggest story. The Knicks won a championship for the first time in 60 years, and you could argue that LeBron's free agency kind of knocked that off of the front page, where we paid more attention to that. But like, I don't know who I'd really be missing. I guess maybe like Cade Cunningham, maybe a top 10 player that's not getting some shine on Christmas, but for the most part, like, I think they got the top 10 guys that matter on there. In terms of just top 10 players, maybe you could say like Donovan Mitchell deserves to be on TV, but nobody wants to watch the Cavs.
It's the only game that's at 3:00 too for like that opening week. Like even the other weekdays, they just start at 7:30 or 7:00. What did they get around that table in that meeting? And what was the earliest time that got proposed? Did some guy throw out like a noon NBA game and they're like, you're crazy?
I think we could do 3:00 though. What about noon Pacific time? I mean, it's just weird that they settled on Detroit and Boston as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I said, I mean, like those are the two best teams in the East last year, at least like in the regular season. So maybe they wanted to throw them a bone, but yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I can't wait for Christmas.
Yeah.
I know Bubba said he didn't have any juice for the NBA season right now, but like, I think football, I'm pumped for it. Basketball, both college and NBA, I'm pretty excited for this season. Like, I do think both of those leagues feel like they got a pretty good product right now. Of course, the NFL always feels like they have a good product. Even when there's like blowouts and uncompetitive like primetime games a couple years ago, it still is like, oh, it's the NFL. It's still great. But I like where the NBA is at right now too, with some healthy rivalries amongst the players, the teams. Okay. Bubba, have you made your Christmas wish list yet? You know what you want for a gift yet? What's on the top of your wish list?
I'll never get it.
You'll never get it?
No.
Who is she? But I'm ready to watch the NBA. But like, I'm counting down to the days to the Vols basketball season too. Like, I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped for it.
Yeah, why can't we get some Christmas Day college basketball?
Well, I think you'll see that it's pretty crowded on there. I don't know how many college basketball. You get Thanksgiving.
But even they have to share that with the NFL.
Yeah, the NFL is just a bully, man.
Yeah,
but like, I do think that, to me, at least like growing up in high school, like I've always equated to like that Thanksgiving week, feast week. I mean, that's kind of college basketball's time to shine. And you've only seen that kind of grow up.
They've just killed it.
Well, I was going to say, has it gotten killed, or has it kind of grown out to maybe like the 2 weeks like around Thanksgiving? Like you get the whole thing now because there's more of those tournaments. It used to just be like Maui, And now it's like Maui, but it's also Maui and Vegas and the Bahamas, and you get
really only Vegas though, because like Maui's
dead
and
now, yeah.
Baja Mar and all that stuff, they've just absolutely killed it. There's no good competition in those anymore.
Yeah, but the Vegas one does have. I mean, like, what? There's 18 teams. I feel like they got like 12 of the teams that matter in college basketball.
Yeah,
kind of doing not necessarily a round robin, but some type of matchups, and you get some pretty good games there.
I think I'd actually like the Vegas tournament if they just didn't do it in Vegas. If they just did there's $1 million on the line or whatever, and we still just went to Hawaii, I think I'd have fun. I need basketball in a ballroom in November.
I think that's what Maui is going to end up doing is they'll get some NIL incorporated in there for the winners and participants, and then that'll get Maui back to what it should be.
If that's the take, I'm okay with it. I think that the thing in Vegas that is the problem is that they just didn't do like an actual bracket. Like once they get just a 16 team, like you get 4 games and you play a bracket, I think everybody will be much more on board with it. Even if they have to do like some consolation loser bracket games, just the teams that lost, they can find a way to do that. But like we don't want to crown a champion of a tournament without it actually being a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
No one likes point differential in like such a small sample size. Like, yeah, sure, soccer. You want to give me point differential, goal differential for like a 30, 40 team 40 game season? Sure, that's one thing. Doing it for like 2 games is kind of dumb.
I think they're doing a bracket this year.
They talked about it, but I don't know if that's still I guess they did change it, right? They did change it. I know they did something. Because we could possibly.
Yeah, we've got a bracket this year.
How are they doing that with 18 teams?
It's 16.
16?
Yeah, it's one.
Oh, that's right, because they made it 24.
There's one bracket of 16 and one of 8. Because if we beat Maryland, we'll play San Diego State or Iowa State, and then after that, we'd maybe see like a Louisville or somebody in the semifinals
before
of that.
we get to the championship and play the other side. Yeah, they did change it this year. There's the 1 8-team tournament, and then you have the big 16 one. So we could.
Why the hell aren't we in the 8?
Because we're the main events. We're in there with Michigan and the other big boys. I don't know who's in 8. Who do we have the 8 in front of us?
Yeah, I got it. It's Florida versus Notre Dame, Houston versus Rutgers, Kansas versus UNLV, Auburn versus West Virginia.
But we got 3 heavy hitters there. With you said who? You said Houston,
Florida, Kansas.
Houston, Florida, Kansas. Yeah, I mean those are 3 heavy hitters there. I will say overall, talking about this, just the leagues do seem to be getting a little bit smarter in terms of like trying to capitalize as many viewers and putting games in good places and trying to create TV products for us. So, as a consumer, as a fan, I appreciate it. I appreciate having like 7 things to watch on Christmas. I don't know how I'd feel if I had like a super busy family and had to be driving around all the place and missing it, but
I think that's part of the fun, though, is you're keeping up with the games as you're going to see your family and spend time with them.
Everyone can stream on their phone now. Just pull it up and stream. Mix in some college bowl games around that time. All right. I don't want to wish away the warmth and get right into the frigid cold, but
yeah, on Christmas Eve, there's 2 bowl games and an NFL game.
What's the NFL game on Christmas Eve?
Texans, Eagles.
Okay. I mean, that's 2 teams that'll be trying to make the playoffs and trying to make a Super Bowl. Okay. Feels like a good spot. Bubba, send us a break. I waited right till he took his drink of water. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Here at Fan Run Radio, we're not just some podcaster streaming from his mother's basement, but we're also not a bunch of mouthpieces on state-run radio telling you what we've been told to say. We're the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. You know what, Bubba, I do appreciate that you bring your own variety of bumpers to them, but every now and then when I hear them, I'm like, what the hell is that? Who is that singing right there?
I don't know about singing, but this is Jeff Jarrett's theme song back in his TNA days.
Okay. At first, I thought it sounded a little bit like Korn, just with the because I don't remember TNA. I didn't really watch any TNA. I didn't know Jeff Jarrett's theme there.
The one earlier was the flute song by Russ.
But once they started singing, I was like, that's not Korn. That's a knockoff, cheap imitation.
Does Bubba play songs that you like don't realize that you've put into the system?
No, he's went and put plenty in himself, or has them accumulated over the years.
Let's go, Bubba.
Yeah, but so it's always a nice little treat to try to figure out what the hell it's going to be. I feel like the default should just be like TNA wrestling themes, like old wrestling themes that Bubba liked as a kid. I'm looking at the college football schedule, and I guess college football has pretty much punted for the most part on Thanksgiving. TCU at Texas Tech, like, okay, I guess.
We only need one college football game on Thanksgiving, and that's the Egg Bowl.
You ain't got it.
I know they moved to Black Friday, right?
Looking at Black Friday,
they put it to Saturday this year?
I don't even think we have it on Black Friday anymore.
Oh my goodness.
I think
what a cold day.
Yeah, what a travesty.
Well, I was going to say, I think Black Friday has now been. I take that back. I was looking at night. They got it, but it's at noon.
Okay.
I usually take my Egg Bowl at night, so like I'm surprised it's at noon. I was going to say, I feel like we've got like 3 series that are now trying to take over Black Friday. I feel like it's an annual tradition to watch Nebraska and Iowa.
Yeah, that's always been a Black Friday.
Yep. Me sit there and gamble on that game and figure out which dumbass team I'm going to lose money on in that rivalry.
You'll want to take Iowa.
Yeah, probably. But in that rivalry, I feel like I almost always just end up taking the points. I feel like is what I almost always do.
Take the under?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say I just take the underdog and hope for a close game. But, yeah, the under is probably not a bad choice there either. Florida at Florida State, which we'll see if that rivalry can ever get any juice back. It feels –
when is the last time that's actually been a good game?
I mean, a competitive, fun game it's been, but like a game with stakes, it's been a while.
Yeah, I think Sam's referencing one that actually like mattered. It feels like it's been a while, but I mean, of course, Florida State has just stunk. As Dan Mullen said the last week, I think, like, hey, Florida ain't done too well without me, have they? Florida State was undefeated, I guess, in 2023, but Florida was pretty bad. What was Florida in 2022? Were they any good in 2022? Do you remember?
Unranked,
not
but it was
great
45-38. You got to go back to 2016, the last time that both of these teams were ranked.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a rivalry that is in turmoil.
It's kind of one that I mean, I know you have to do it, and it's like, they're not in the same conference, and so this is kind of the only time, but this is one of those games to me that, like, everyone in college football around this time in August pumps up of like, yeah, Florida State, going to be a great game. And it always just sucks, man. These teams have just not been good at the same time in a long time.
I hate that. I mean, I understand because they're trying to, the ABC, SEC deal has to work, but like the ABC triple header, I think it would have been much better to put Florida State just like at noon and just put Ole Miss, Mississippi State at like 3:30 if you had to.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we really even haven't had that many competitive games in this rivalry in a while. Like in 23, it was a 9-point game. 22 was a 7-point game. But then like 2019 was a blowout. 18 was a blowout. 17 was a blowout. 16, 15 was a blowout.
It's just for, the Tennessee fans that are listening that are my age or, a little bit older, like the Tennessee-Florida rivalry. I mean, you guys obviously lived through that with me in the 90s and early 2000s where that mattered. But like on that same wave, like Florida State was just as important, if not more important nationally. A lot of those years, it felt like both those rivalries were two of the biggest in the 90s.
What the hell happened in 1994 in this game? Why did they tie?
I mean, you could just tie back then. They didn't introduce overtime until, I mean, like right around that time. When was overtime introduced in college football? When was OT introduced in
Didn't realize we were playing soccer back in the 90s.
Yeah, no, we still 1995, 1996 bowl season. So yeah, like you could. I was gonna say like that's when it was fully adopted. I thought the SEC maybe had put it in a little bit before then, just for like conference games. But yeah, the entire widespread sports didn't introduce overtime until like 96, I think.
When did the NFL do it?
I don't know about that. I feel like the NFL's had overtime as long as I can remember. That's a fair question, but I've never thought of it. But like, yeah, just because you don't really see it, too many ties in the NFL in terms of like, throughout the regular season. Like back in the 90s and early, like in the 80s and stuff, I mean, you'd see multiple ties on some team's season.
Playoff sudden death overtime in the NFL started in 1946.
Okay.
Regular season expanded in 74.
Okay.
So why did college football wait so long then? Because I was just trying to see if it lined up to where maybe people just hadn't thought of it yet, but like clearly it'd been around for a while. So what took him so long?
I do wonder that. Do you think it's like the amateur side of it? Maybe they just didn't feel right making the boys play an extra.
I don't know. I feel like that doesn't affect the amateurism at all.
Well, that's me like making them play an extra quarter for free, like because they weren't getting paid and like player safety and all that. Like,
who knows?
Yeah, I don't know what the reason would be. But yeah, no, we were tying. I don't really remember any in my lifetime. So like that makes sense because like 95 was about the first year I was like aware of the surroundings, and I don't think Tennessee had any from that point on, so that would check out.
What's the most memorable UT overtime game you can remember, or most stressful?
Man, that 2017 goal line stand against Georgia Tech.
That was pretty hype.
I mean, just I think at that point I was like, just lose the game. Yeah. I was like, I'm ready to fire Butch Jones. I was like, this is going to be a terrible season. I say that, but I think I was still excited to win just because I was like, just get through the Florida game. We'll see what happens. Let's try to win until Florida. Once we lost the Florida game in that stupid fashion, I was like, you know what? It's time just to start losing. Should have fired him after 16. Wasted a season. This is going to be bad. My favorite overtime game.
This one's not my favorite because we lost it, but it's a very memorable one. 2015 Oklahoma.
Okay.
I was at that game. That was a really big deal. It was really stressful and really deflating when we lost.
I would say the actual answer for me is probably
2016 A&M.
That was another stressful yet deflating one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good submission, Bubba. I would say the answer for me probably, if not A&M, which was a good one, a heartbreaker. I'm trying to think of one we were actually on the right side of. The answer is probably 2007 Kentucky.
Okay.
Which might sound crazy, but like we had to win that game to win the East and like go to the SEC championship that year.
Mm-hmm.
And you really had to hold on for dear life. I mean, you're up 24-7 at halftime. You get outscored 10-0 in the fourth quarter. They come back and tie it up at the buzzer with the cheap. Well, you had to hold on because they got down inside like your 10-yard line with a chance to win the game. You hold on, you make them kick a field goal, and then overtime was pretty crazy.
You had a Jason Witten game winner in like 6 overtimes against was it Arkansas or LSU?
Yeah,
one of those two.
Arkansas. You
had Pitt in 2022.
The LSU overtime in 2000, I guess that'd be 2005? No. It'd be 2004.
5. I'm on it right now, yeah.
I was trying to think because I thought it was September. I thought it was my freshman year. That was my freshman year of college. Maybe I guess it was sophomore year of college. Yeah, the 2005 against LSU, that one was pretty memorable. It's a good question, though. We've been on some bad overtimes, but we actually had some pretty good overtime wins, too.
Like I said, Pitt in 2022 was a big one. That kind of gave you some momentum to kind of get the ball rolling.
That one was just super nerve wracking. That was not a fun experience because you should have won that game going away. Like you come out, you get off to a bad start early. You thought, oh God, we're going to be struggling. But then you take control of the game, and you thought, okay, this is fine. We're in control.
Let them come back and tie it.
And then they come back and tie it, and
just getting sliced up by that running back of theirs.
Israel Abanikanda, yeah,
and making like special teams errors and just playing dumb. It's just one of those like, man, you're clearly the better team here. If you lose this, it's going to be so deflating, and like it would be one that made you like almost question like if Josh Heupel was going to make it at Tennessee. I remember that's what the stakes felt like at the time of like, man, if you really blow this one and derail this season before it gets started, like I don't know if I'll be able to trust Josh Heupel. But then you made enough plays.
You've got 98 Florida too. I know that was before some of our times, but.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the right answer for anybody my age or older, but I was thinking a little bit more recent history. But 98 Alabama.
Florida.
You scored excuse me, 98 Florida. You scored 3 points in that second half against Pittsburgh.
This is like this is one of the worst Josh Heupel running games I think I've probably ever seen in his time here.
Do they just stifle us?
35 carries for 91 yards.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Hendon Hooker was running all over the place in this, so
Pitt did have a good D line that year, though, if I do remember correctly.
I'd like to see how many of those were sacks.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'd like to see how many of those were sacks because, I mean,
go to the individual rushing.
Jabari Small was 10 carries for 17 yards. So, I mean, he got balled up. Jalen Wright had 9 for 47. So, I mean, he had more luck. But
that's still not great, though. I mean, that yards per carry split's pretty bad.
Really just our yards per play that game. Because, I mean, like, that was a game Jalen Hyatt had 11 catches for 70 yards. Where it was just nonstop, like just we're throwing those little tunnel screens immediately out to the side. He's just going to get 4 yards, 5 yards a pop. Now, Big Said Tillman, he balled out. He kind of won you that game, 9 for 162. But outside of his 9 for 162, they kind of bottled you up all around your offense. You scored 3 points in the second half. I didn't come out of that game necessarily feeling great about Tennessee. but they were able to kind of, win that game and figure things out as they went on. And of course had
the year that they did.
Yeah, and had the most explosive offense that they've ever had.
My feel when that Pitt game happened was win this game to build momentum for Florida, and then Florida will really tell us how good we are, or how good we can be.
Yeah. I mean, that season build-up was Pitt was kind of treated like Georgia Tech to an extent, of just like, hey, survive it and, get to that first SEC game and beat Florida. At that point, you just wanted to beat Florida. And then, of course, you beat Florida. And then everyone remembers, kicking it into gear against LSU. That's when you believed, okay, this team might actually be
something.
Yeah, be something that can beat Alabama and be. It was good in the sense that 2022, because up until that point, there's been a pretty long drought, right, for Tennessee fans. You had 2022 and you had 2016. Those are kind of the only years that felt fun in the last decade. 2016 was different in the sense of you won ugly early in the season, but it didn't actually feel like you were getting better as a team. You were just kind of surviving.
2016 was fun until it wasn't.
Well, right. But even then, you beat Virginia Tech, but you're oh man, that's a lot of fumbles that you kind of got lucky to recover.
We got lucky to beat App State.
Sure, that's another one. But then Virginia Tech, you still do the same thing. Even against Ohio, you weren't great.
Florida, we get down and have to come back.
Right.
Georgia takes a miracle to win.
Georgia's a miracle. So you were surviving those games, but you weren't getting better. 2022, you're okay, you survived against Pittsburgh, but you played better against Florida. Now, you didn't end the game, on a high note of defense and recovering onside kicks or whatever. So the final score was closer than it should have been, but you got better. And then against LSU, you got better again. You kept advancing. And then against Alabama, you crescendo and, you saw some improvement. So I hope that this year, like I said, Georgia Tech feels like Pittsburgh. So you can win that one ugly as long as you show improvements the next couple weeks. Now that Texas team waiting on you.
It's much more difficult than that Florida team.
Much more difficult than that Florida team for sure. So you're going to have to improve in a hurry. Hour one of the books. We'll kick off hour two of some headlines. We'll talk some more football. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Join us for the third annual Fan Run Night at the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th at Covenant Health Park. Come hang out with the Fan Run crew and arrive early to pick up some swag as we watch the Smokies take on the Rocket City Trash Pandas on a Thirsty Thursday, featuring half-price draft beers all night long. It's the third annual Fan Run Night with the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th. Listen to Fan Run Radio for details on how to score free tickets.
Golf Envy Farragut is the premier indoor golf experience you've been looking for. And right now they are offering a limited number of founding memberships. Golfers can reserve their spot for just $150 before their September grand opening. Founding members receive 90 days of unlimited guest passes as well as an exclusive risk-free first month. That's right. Try out Golf Envy with no obligation. Give it 30 days, and if it's not the right fit for what you're looking for, your first month's dues will be refunded. Members will get access to their Golf Zone 2 Vision NX simulator technology, the most realistic simulator on the market, where they can play more than 300 courses and compete in leagues and tournaments with players all across the country. Golf, rain or shine, 24/7, 365. To learn more and become a founding member, visit their website at farragut.golfenvy.com/presale.
End your weekdays with Overtime, Monday through Thursday, right here on Fan Run Radio, as we cover all things Vols, college sports, and take your calls. It's Overtime with me, Garrett Armbrust, and Caleb DeBusk on Fan Run Radio, weeknights 6 to 8 p.m.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Let's go to Josh, get some headlines, talk some news, look around the rest of the world.
Yeah, y'all stole one of my ones with the NBA news that came out this morning, but this was announced yesterday. Tennessee Athletics announced a record-breaking fundraising for the 5th straight year. The Tennessee Fund raised $175.5 million during the fiscal 2026 year.
Thank you, Danny.
Not a damn dime came from me.
Well, you know, bystander effect, Bubba. You ain't got to give the money because other people will. You can rely on other people to do it.
I mean, raising that kind of money is how you go get a $20 million basketball roster that should hopefully get you to a Final Four.
You still get to reap the benefits, brother. You still get to let other people.
Did you go to any games in person last year?
I did.
So you did contribute to that, actually.
I bought those tickets resale.
You
I did buy concessions.
Yeah, you still
You
contributed.
buy concessions. You just sit there and just no water, nothing.
We've already had this talk with me. That's what I do. So.
You just go there and raw dog the game. You don't get anything.
No, I'll get a water if it's like hot, but like no.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you get a water, I mean, like, I'm not saying you have to go in there and pig out, but like, you got to have at least something to drink.
I don't always get a water.
Bubba, you don't buy things when you go to the game? Nothing at all?
No, I do.
Taco Bell.
Okay.
No, he was saying he did buy concessions.
Okay.
I'm the one who says I don't
At
always
Tennessee
do it.
basketball, I'm always a Moe's guy.
Oh, I don't get anything
Gotta
ever
have
for
that
basketball.
burrito. Gotta have the chips.
Basketball's only 2 hours. I'm good. I'm
I've
for sure
actually-
good for basketball.
How do they make? Is it just like pre-made burritos? I've never gotten Moe's at a basketball game.
I think they take like the catering, it's probably pre-catered made, but then they're just there in those hot pans, and then do that with the whole chips and the salsa. And
When you say you get Moe's, do they sell burritos or just chips and salsa?
I think they sell a good chunk of their menu, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
they got burritos.
Oh, you can get burritos there?
Yeah.
Can you customize it?
No.
So you can't like go through the little line or whatever.
So when you say you can get burritos there, what can you get? Like, do you know?
No, all I get's a burrito and the.
Well, no, but like what kind of burrito is this?
comes
What
in
I'm
your
asking.
burrito, yeah.
I think they have either a choice between chicken or steak.
And they put like a bunch of like onions and peppers and stuff in it, or just
just like
just rice and steak.
Chicken, rice, and beans.
That'd be great for me. I mean, I could do without the beans. I just get when I get my burritos, it's just steak, rice, and cheese, brother.
I'm with you. That's how I like them.
I can't imagine eating chips and salsa. That's what I've thought people have been getting whenever they get Moe's. I didn't know they could just get burritos at the stadium. I just get I gotta buy something when I go to the game. At the very least, I'm getting a Coke.
Then at football, I always get a Petro.
Now, I will say football, I'm less likely to actually buy something other than like I'll get some booze, probably, most likely.
I'm just not paying the $14 for a can of something.
I get that, but I'll usually at least get a drink. Basketball, though, a lot of basketball games I go to, I don't actually drink at, so I'll get like a Coke and just some popcorn. But I gotta have something to have on my hands. Can't just sit there. Gotta have. I do too much yelling. Are you not a yeller, Josh?
No, I'm not a yeller. Like I'll get up on third down and like when we score, I'll pop. But I'm not like a heckler or anything like that.
You're not a defense guy?
No.
You don't bring the noise?
No, that's what I said. On third down, I'll get up.
What about basketball? Do you go to basketball games?
All the time.
Well, they don't have third downs in basketball.
No.
So when do you cheer in basketball?
Basketball, I'm a little bit more quieter.
Interesting. So you don't need. I guess you don't need anything
Yeah,
for your
no.
throat and your mouth if you're just sitting there on your damn hands.
No, I'll
Sunday
stand.
service.
I'll stand, but I'm.
Josh is part of the damn problem. He's not
Not a
feeding
huge
the
yeller.
floor, Bubba. Whenever Sterl comes out and tells him to feed the floor, Josh just looks at him.
Yeah, I'll stand and look at him.
That floor was pretty hungry this past season.
Let's go!
I miss Sterl.
You'll see him.
You can see him on TikTok.
Yeah.
He goes on TikTok and does
No,
DJ sets
I don't
on
want his
TikTok and
TikTok.
Facebook and
One-
whatever.
My buddy who got married this past June, they tried to get him to DJ their wedding, and he was going to do it, but he had a prior commitment on their wedding day. But he would have been there.
I don't know if I'd go that far for Sterl, but I like him at the game.
They love them some Sterl.
I've kind of turned around on Sterl.
Interesting.
Do people not like him? I thought everybody loved Sterl.
Oh no. Sterl's very divisive.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah. The older crowd doesn't necessarily love Sterl.
Okay, well that doesn't shock me at all.
People my age don't really love, like my friend group, my people I talk to, they don't really love Sterl either. Now, the ones that are old enough to have kids, I guess we're all old enough to have kids. All of them that have kids, the kids like Sterl, so they kind of tolerate him. But sometimes it's just too damn loud. Sometimes it's the speaker's fault though, and the mic. I don't know. Sometimes they sabotage him.
Can we get new speakers in TBA with all this money we raised?
I don't know. We've
got bad sound system.
No, it was much improved last year. They put new speakers in last year. It's much better.
Now I have to be fair. And I have to be honest. I'm not a huge Sterl guy, but my beef with Sterl comes from his antics and his DJing. I don't mind when he's on the mic telling us to feed the floor, but I wanted to. If you're listening, Sterl, this isn't literal. But I wanted to kill him at the Oklahoma game when we're getting our ass beat and he's playing like, let the rain, feel the rain on your skin. He's trying to shake his ass and dance up there and singing Party in the USA when we're losing.
Not everyone's a 30-year-old man getting pissed at the game.
When we're losing.
There's kids there, John, just trying to have fun.
When we're losing, but whenever we just give up the big fumble that switches the game and all of a sudden he wants to sing the OC song to us or whatever. I'm like, okay. Read the room, Sterl.
Yeah, that's the tough part of that job because like you're paid to kind of like try to keep the vibes high, but when something that like awful happened, it's pretty tough.
There's ways around it though.
There are.
Sterl. Like I understand you have a job to do, but like there's songs about bouncing back. Just play something about bouncing back. There's a song literally called Bounce Back. Just play Big Sean. Last night took an L, but tonight I bounce back. Let's do something with revenge, like getting back on it. Like, I get knocked down, but I get up again. If you got to do some of the sing-alongs, there's songs that could be like, hey, things are bad right now, but I still have hope.
Does he have that preloaded though? Because I know he's got. I don't know.
He's
I don't know how that works.
He should have everything.
I don't know
What's he
I don't know
allowed
if he
to
does
do?
though.
Maybe the university
there
has a
could be-
chokehold on him.
yeah,
and
there
he
could
can't
be
play what he wants to
restrictions.
play.
I disagree.
I've seen him out in the old city. He can DJ a little bit.
Well, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying, do you think that Danny White's being like, hey, you got to play Natasha Bedingfield? It was written.
No, but I bet there's approved songs though.
Sterl, keep playing it.
You can play I
It's
Get
great
Knocked
for the
Down.
kids.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You can play that.
This should have been Cody's fantasy punishment, is having to like do like a 5-minute rendition of Sterl the Pearl behind the board.
That's really why
dancing like that.
That's really why he stepped away from the station. He knew that punishment was coming up.
I want a pair of game used headphones from Sterl the Pearl.
Does he sell those? Is he auctioning those?
No, but I want it on auction.
What other headlines you got, Josh?
High school football player practiced for an hour with a snake in his helmet.
Did you see this picture?
Yeah,
It's
I did.
Terrifying.
Have you seen the video?
I haven't seen the video.
I didn't see a video. I saw the picture.
The
though.
video, they've got like the helmet, in like the water or like cleaning the helmet out post practice or whatever. They've got it in the cleaning, like the little cleaning formula or whatever. And there's just a snake that kind of slithers out. It's gross.
Did we know what kind of snake it was?
Yeah, it was a cottonmouth.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Was it
Yeah.
Ashley? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it was venomous.
And it was just chilling, fine, getting like hit.
The kid practiced with it for an hour.
They said it crawled under the pads.
Yeah.
They crawled under the pads, and there's not a lot of room to wiggle in there. So if the kid
No.
puts it on, the snake would be kind of trapped. But I guess the snake was trying to move because the kid stopped and told his coaches, like, I feel something weird in my head. Like, and then they took it off, and then found a damn snake.
This is what they were doing to Cody as a kid. This was in Maumelle, Arkansas.
Even even the coaches, like, who thought, like, hey, let's get a phone out and video this? I'd be terrified trying to take the pad off to get this damn snake out of it. I think I'd just kick the helmet, like, somewhere and just hope it slithered out at some point.
like, hit the helmet against the ground, hoping it would fall out.
I just kick the helmet. Yeah, just kick it out and let it roll and hopefully, like, knock something loose. But
I don't even know what our staff would do if that happened to us. That's half of them would freak out.
That kid's never going to play football again. He's going to be scared of snakes in his head.
I was going to say, would you just think to, like, check the pad? But I don't think I'd want to open the pad and see a snake.
No.
I think I would be scared. Lucky he didn't get bit in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that could have easily killed him. I don't know how advanced our anti-venom is and stuff now, but, like, I'd imagine you get bit out there in rural Arkansas, they wouldn't get you to the hospital soon enough.
You think that snake was dying? He got up in there and he's like,
I'd say he's probably snug. Yeah,
a helmet from 2 days.
Or
It smells so bad.
Or maybe he loved the heat. Maybe he loved snuggling.
I mean, maybe the snake felt secure. I mean, they like tight spaces like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he liked the beating that he took whenever they went like live in a team period, but
That's scary.
What if it was a good luck snake?
The kid had the best practice he ever had.
They should have kept it for like a team mascot.
team mascot. That's probably illegal. I don't know if you can keep venomous snakes, can you?
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't. Not around kids.
So we had a black widow in our facility the other day.
Oof.
I'd never seen one before until it started running around on our weight room floor because it was like hiding behind a dumbbell that a kid picked up and it ran out.
So they put the helmet in the water. Is that how they got it out?
Yeah. Well, either that or they're like cleaning the helmet or something like that. And he's
that
just
actually,
slithering around.
That's actually pretty smart. That's how they're like, hey, we'll get it out that way because I don't want to open up this thing because if you see
Maybe,
it,
yeah.
I wouldn't pull the pad because, I mean, it'll probably bite you.
It looks like they put like a half of like a concrete cinder block in the inside the helmet so that it would be
so it'd stay down.
Yeah. It was a small little snake.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't have been too big to get in that helmet, but I'd always heard that
But still, I mean, cottonmouth's cottonmouth.
Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but I always heard that they were more venomous whenever they were younger than they are when they get older.
They're more scared of you than you are of them.
Well, that probably is true because I'm pretty terrified of them. But I want to say Cam Black, our animal expert, he always said that, like, I want to say that their bites were more venomous because they couldn't necessarily control it the same amount. I don't know if that's true or not. That could be something I've made up in my head. I'll verify.
I think it's a this says it's a common misconception that babies have.
Well,
I think it's that they would dump all of their venom out.
That's
in
what
a
I
single
thought.
Bite.
Yeah,
Apparently
yeah.
that's not.
That's not real.
I don't think so.
That's something they told me growing up. I believed it. This damn internet don't know. Okay, yeah, baby. People often believe. Yeah, that's what I always heard. Research shows newborns can control venom just like adults. Okay. Either way. Any other headlines?
Yeah, I got one more for us. We've got UCLA has announced it has hired former NFL quarterback Derek Carr as a special advisor to its head coach Bob Chesney. So Derek Carr is officially on staff in Westwood.
Does that matter at all?
I mean, he gets to work with Nico.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm intrigued to watch Nico this year.
I like this Bob Chesney guy.
I do too. I'm kind of rooting for him to be good. I don't know if I'm necessarily rooting for them this year with Nico there, but like I like his makeup.
Having UCLA good at football again would be cool.
At least being like, competent.
Yeah. Just like a brand that means something.
And those late West Coast games, having something else to watch whenever they have home games out there. Like
it can happen after Nico
when
leaves.
you talk about like Power 4 opponents that you have to play, like I'd sign up for UCLA for Tennessee. It'd be a fun game.
Yeah, I'm a little scarred. I'm a little scarred from the Tennessee UCLA.
I'd rather see somebody else first, just because that did happen in my lifetime.
Yeah, we took a bad L out there. I want to say was it my freshman year, or maybe I guess it was my.
The next time we play in the
senior
Rose
year.
Bowl, I want it to be in the Rose Bowl game, and I will be in attendance for that game.
My senior year, we took an L out there,
There's no way.
and my freshman year.
There's no way you can be that unhappy at home that he has to go get back into the game.
He's a West Coast guy. You got to find purpose in life, Bubba. He's been retired forever. He's got to find something to do.
I go out and make some more babies. I don't know.
Is Fresno State mad at this?
Probably not thrilled, but they probably get it.
Yeah. I mean, UCLA is a much bigger job than Fresno.
Is Clemson more mad at DeAndre Hopkins, or is Fresno State more mad at Derek Carr?
Clemson's definitely more mad at DeAndre Hopkins because he went to another ACC school.
Yeah. Georgia Tech also is just a weird one to go to.
And because Dabo is so...
He loves bringing his old players in.
Yeah, he's so incestuous that, like, he just loves keeping it in the program. Like, his whole staff is basically former players.
That's a term to use.
Well, what would you call it if you keep it in your family tree? What would you call
Homegrown.
it? Homegrown? Okay.
It's like, funny enough,
He keeps it homegrown? I don't know.
when we, as in Sanford, fired our coach this past year, we hired a guy from Clemson, and he brought, like, if you want to talk about like nepotism, we have Bear Bryant's grandson on that staff, Dabo's son on that staff, Brent Venables' 2 sons on that staff, and then like one more. It's like insane the amount of Dabo came to the spring game that I was at, and I talked to him for like 15 minutes.
It's interesting, like the nepotism side, like that might mean they all suck, or it might mean they might actually be good.
I've asked Drew, Dabo's kid, knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's really good. Jake, Brent Venables' oldest son, is the strength coach. He for sure knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
The jury is still out on the other Venables and on Bear Bryant's grandson.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's still going to be like hit or miss, just like with any coach. But like, I don't think you should automatically assume they're going to suck just because they're nepotism hire. Sometimes those guys are just prodigies.
Oh, Gene Chiswick's son is also on that staff too. So there's another one for you.
Like, I'm sure a lot of people rolled their eyes whenever Kyle Shanahan was running around the facility and doing stuff with the Broncos back in the day, but he ended up being a pretty damn good coach. You know what I mean? Sometimes nepotism works. Like, everyone loved that Jerry Neuheisel kid, right? Like the one that got to take over and call plays at UCLA this year.
They thought he should have gotten the job.
Right. So, I mean, like, he's a nepo baby, but people loved him.
Are they coaching for just this season, or were they on staff last season? Because I want to slander them.
I forgot that UCLA beat Lane 19-15 that year. Ugh. Everyone always waxes poetic about the 09 Lane Kiffin season, but he lost to UCLA 19-15.
Sanford went 1-11 last season.
Oh yeah, we were awful. We were bad. It's because our coaches ran the way the offense
and the Venables and all them. Yeah.
No, I mean, it was needed. I'm not saying it wasn't needed, but I was just pointing out that we have a lot of like legacy guys.
There was
there.
There was a guy from back home I went to high school with that was up there with us for that game, the UCLA game. He wasn't much of a drinker, but he was trying to hang out with us, so he was doing a lot of drinking. I never will forget the UCLA game. He just threw up hot dog all over the student section, cleared out the whole entire student section. Everyone was so mad.
You guys were like the only people standing by him, or did you also clear out?
I was just like, bro, you got to go. I was like, we got to get, because like, I mean, like we went to high school together, but I wouldn't say like we were friends in high school. But he's like a real smart kid. But like he was hanging out with us then because he came up, but he just kept giving me $20. He'd give me $20 because his dad was a doctor, so he had some money. But he just give me $20, like, go get me a water, please. I need water. So I was just like, water, $8, $12 in my pocket. And then like a little bit later, like, go get me another water, please, $20. But it was like a tax because I had to deal with him throwing up everywhere and have to deal with people being like, oh, you guys are awful. Like, that's not me. It's this guy. Do something with him. I'm trying. He's sick.
Did you pay like the worker off to not kick you out? The security.
It wasn't me. They were going to throw me out. I don't know. It was so damn hot that day too. That was like that was September 12th. It was super, super hot. Then later, I think we made him buy our Texas Roadhouse and
just scamming this guy.
Yeah,
so you took his money and made him pay for dinner?
We scammed him pretty good that weekend, but
forcing him to drink, taking his money.
We had to babysit him, so I think we scammed him pretty good. We got the drunk tax out of him, but like he never came back. I think he learned.
Yeah, he ruined his life.
I don't think we ruined his life. I'm pretty sure he's a doctor and doing pretty good. But like I think he realized like I shouldn't go up at college and be drinking and acting that way. I need to stay home and be a family man.
Have you heard this story of this guy in his local country club's member?
Yeah, I have. Let's talk a little bit about that after the break, and then we'll get into some other sports. Stick with us.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball that scored points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.
All right, Sam, let's talk some golf. I have seen this story going viral online. Maybe the audience hasn't, but it does feel like one of the all-time golf cheating scandals. To me, this was, I don't know if it quite lived up to the fishing scandal from a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever the guys were stuffing weights down, fish's gullets to make their fish heavier, but because that was like a couple $100,000 like prize, I think, that they were trying to steal. I don't think the prize money attached to this was that big, but there was money attached to it, which makes it more of a scandal.
Was it like a member guest or member?
It was a member.
Uh-oh.
And morally, I feel like it actually is worse than the fishing thing. Maybe monetarily it's not worth as much, but I think morally it is. So, yeah, it was in a member golf tournament at a country club out in St. Louis. And this guy basically has the first tee time of the day, and he tells his foursome on the first tee, he's like, hey, guys, I'm getting this, like, really important phone call from my grandmother or something. I'm pretty sure he said that she was in the hospital.
Yeah, to my understanding, he had basically said, hey, at some point I'm going to get a phone call because I'm waiting. So you guys might have to, like, I'll have to play ahead, or you guys might have to, like, wait up on me a little bit. At the same time, they're giving away a cash prize for a hole-in-one.
They've done just like a giant pot, I guess, amongst all the members in the tournament. Hey, if anyone gets a hole-in-one, there's a big money pot. And I think it's the third or the fourth hole at this course is a par 3. This guy, as they come to know on security footage,
well, hold on.
He takes the phone call.
Yeah, he says, I got the phone call, and he's like, I'm going to go play ahead. That way I can take this phone call. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my tee shot on this par 3.
The rest of his group is putting out on the previous hole.
Yeah.
He goes ahead, takes the phone call, hits his tee shot. Apparently, the ball goes in. But as they come to find out,
he tells his group, I think I'm on the green. I hit it pretty good.
Offended a little bit.
And then he goes away. The group comes up, his group, sees that there's no ball on the green, but checks the cup. There's a ball in there. They're like, oh, my God, he got a hole-in-one.
Nobody saw it.
Yeah, but then nobody saw it. And then, so like they're trying to verify whether or not he actually got this hole-in-one because nobody saw it.
Doesn't count.
Well, what they found out, Bubba, is that this guy literally pulls his car up like next to the maintenance shed early in the morning, gets a ball, puts it in the cup, makes like a fake divot on or like a pitch mark on the green for it to be like, the ball landed in the front of the green and then it rolled into the cup. And they basically, like the course superintendent was like, oh no, like we've got cameras on this hole, like we can figure it out. And they literally see the guy pulling his car up, faking the pitch mark, putting the ball in the hole, and it just causes this insane controversy. This guy's resigned from the country club now.
Yeah. I think that's the very least.
I wouldn't let him into any other country club if I was somebody else.
Somebody needs to whip his ass.
A guy like him or a guy like Phil Mickelson.
Hey-o. If you're going to cheat at the golf course, at least maybe cheat in golf and don't. The Phil Mickelson story where he was paying a guy to ride around a cart with his cell phone because his wife was tracking him. So he gave one of the guys money just to keep his phone in the car and just pretend like he's playing golf so that he could go shack up with this woman at this apartment or condo or something he had bought on the golf course, a villa.
It's so crazy that this group would allow him to play just ahead, not completely ahead, but like within range. Like that's crazy to me.
I feel like you can't be that much of a stickler though if somebody paints the story that they're waiting on a call that their grandma might die though. Like I feel like
then go sit in the cart, Well,
I know, but you don't want to mess up the pace of play. So like if you're the first team out there, like for me it makes sense. You're more of a golf community guys. You work at a golf course, and Sam, you golf more. But to me, I'm thinking if I was in that group and somebody's like, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and hit my tee shot so we're not holding up. This should take only like 5 or 10 minutes. You guys catch up. I don't think that would be too weird on any other hole. Now, of course, if it's the money hole and you're looking like you got a hole-in-one, like the odds of that, obviously astronomical, that you'd get this phone call and hit this tee shot that nobody's watching on a hole-in-one. Like, obviously, that would raise red flags. But I'm just saying if someone was like, hey, I'm going to run up to the clubhouse and make this phone call, I'll catch back up. I'm going to hit this shot and I'll meet you back on the fairway or whatever. I don't think that would be too weird, just personally. But again, it's the timing and it's the hole-in-one that would be like, what are the odds of this? The guy being a member of the course and not knowing that there's surveillance cameras on that hole, is that strange? Like, do you know?
No, yeah.
That's not strange? Okay.
We have cameras that are somewhere.
But people don't know like where the cameras are? Okay. So that's not weird to like play.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
The part of it where he said he parked by like the maintenance shed to do this though seems pretty stupid because like obviously if you work
maintenance workers get there at like
4 a.m.
Especially like for a big tournament like member guests.
Yeah, you just gotta, if you're gonna do this crime, you gotta just walk out early. You can't park you can't pull your car up where everybody can see it. I just knew the one golf course they have like the the footage where they I saw like online where they film like I guess 2 of the hardest holes. And
it's got
people,
like a live stream on
yeah,
it.
and people get around and watch the live stream. So I didn't know if that. I know that's not necessarily commonplace, but I just didn't know if people knew that there were cameras on certain places so that things didn't get messed up and whatnot.
I am surprised that like the back half of this story isn't just, all the members in the clubhouse just literally beat his ass after this. Like I would
love to hear if he was like
stomped the
also
guy.
like part of their board or like type of like greens committee or something like that.
He was a young kid, so he definitely wasn't like a part of the board. Like he was pretty young, I'm pretty sure.
He looks like a scumbag.
And he was a good golfer too. He had a positive.
I mean, apparently,
but he had like a positive +2 handicap. I saw in the story, and like played either D1 or D2 golf. So like, I mean, he had some game where it would be somewhat believable that he would hit a really good.
In college, he could have been like, "Yeah, I'm gonna
he might have been cheating his whole way.
I'm gonna mark you down for a bogey.
Yeah,
call it good."
He might have just been cheating his whole way through.
Just every putt's a good.
I disagree with Sam in saying that this is worse than
he looks slimy. He won.
Which one is he? The one on the left?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the Barstool guy.
Yeah, I guess he won some sort of thing at one of those Barstool Classic golf tournaments.
Would he be like scoring his own? Would they wouldn't be watching him, right? They don't have rules guys that follow around every guy, right? So he probably cheated at that.
Yeah. That's what I would be saying if I was a member there. I'd be like, what else have you cheated at in all of our tournaments and stuff like that?
Talk to his, lady partner too. He's cheating on her or him.
I don't know if I think it's worse or not than the fishermen stuffing weights into to the fish's mouths, because I'll just say maybe it's a different group of people, but I do know that the fishermen were going to beat his ass, but also they faced like a crime. Like they were going to get charged for like a big crime in terms of like breaking laws there and breaking rules. So I think I'd still say the fishing was worse because it was like a 6-figure prize they were cheating for.
I'd like to know what the pool of money was for this hole-in-one.
I'd say how many people play in those events? Like 50, 60?
No, members are like
more, like 100.
I'd feel like it's at least 100 plus.
Okay, so like you do like 4-man groups, I guess, or like,
they do foursomes then, but it's like eventually like do the scores like cut lines and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And then for certain flights and groups.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're looking at like, depending on the course, I assume if that's a nicer club in that area, they could have like up to 200 members.
We'll say 200 people. I'd say 200 people put $20 in, probably at most. Like, is that?
Oh, that's light money.
That's light. Okay, $50 each.
Those guys, because we had a pot at our course that got up to like 76,000.
76,000?
Yeah.
In one tournament?
Yeah.
For a hole in one?
Not hole in one, but just like overall.
Okay, but yeah, the prize money is one thing.
Hole in one was like 14K or something.
Well, I was gonna say, I know the prize money is different. I've been, my buddy used to play golf whenever back home, and I'd go like the Calcutta or whatever. Like, I mean, I'd go there and kind of be aware of what was going on. I know that some of those things are pretty big payouts, but I figured just the hole in one fun.
I would guess most of these guys are throwing at least $100 into that.
But yeah, it's like $20 a ball, or like 60 for 4 or something like that.
Well, no, they had to be in your round though. It wasn't just like they went out there.
I mean, yeah, they also do. So I was thinking like the other chipping contests.
No, yeah, this is just like
that they do, but
throughout the round. Maybe it's something that's rolled over year to year though. Like maybe you could easily be like, hey, we've been doing this pool for 5 years and no one's hit a hole in one, so like it's gotten up to $150,000. Like, I mean, that would be somewhat believable.
I'd love to cheat at something like this.
The fishing one was more like premeditated in my opinion. I know the guy parked there, but like he didn't really think it through in terms of like cameras and whatever. They only caught this because they gutted the fish. They cut them open. What do you think? Which reveal do you think was better? Like the maintenance guy pulling up the camera, like, no, here he is, right here, putting the ball in, or whenever they took a knife in and opened the fish up and just found like 10 weights just stuffed in there.
Easily the fish.
Yeah. The video,
I remember that fish video. That was awesome.
But the video of watching the guy like sneak out to the course, fake a divot, and drop the ball in there, that probably would be a pretty funny video to see.
I also think,
hey, Greg, come look at this. Here he is right here.
I think the size of the weights in that fishing video was just like comically large.
Yeah.
I mean, they were huge.
There was
They were
multiple
big
people
weights.
doing it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's your golf story. There's your golf updates. We'll get back to some football on the other side. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends should. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Join us for the third annual Fan Run Night at the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th at Covenant Health Park. Come hang out with the Fan Run crew and arrive early to pick up some swag as we watch the Smokies take on the Rocket City Trash Pandas on a thirsty Thursday, featuring half-price draft beers all night long. It's the third annual Fan Run Night with the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th. Listen to Fan Run Radio for details on how to score free tickets.
I left my heart.
To be well. Ethan Davis sidelined during the Tuesday morning media portion of practice today.
Oh, God, it's all falling down.
It's not good news.
We've been hit a little bit by the injury bug. Ethan Davis suffered a blow that saw him not practice.
Wrap up the season.
Spin zone. Derek Owens working them boys too hard.
Yep, that's it. Fire Josh Heupel. Can't do it.
You can't wait to turn on Derek Owens, can you, Bubba? You're already ready to do it, aren't you?
Silence is deafening.
Tight ends coach Alec Abilene said that it was precautionary. Tight end position overall at Tennessee, what is your level of confidence in that this year? Because we've talked about the receivers. We've talked about big bad Deshaun Bishop and how we're kind of unsure what he has after him. I think we feel good about Bishop. I think we feel good about the wide receivers. Tight ends.
We got the Tennessee two-step in the backfield.
The old Tennessee two-step?
Yeah, because Dwayne Moore's from Oakland.
Talking about Dwayne?
Dwayne? No, that's basketball. Yeah, Dwayne, Oakland and Carr. I mean, how many times? I don't have to look that up. How many times Tennessee's had two in-state guys as their 1 and 2 combo?
Yeah,
but
I don't
for
have
tight
that.
ends, I'm way more confident because anybody's better than Miles Kitselman.
Yeah, I feel pretty good with Davis and Deshaun Brame. I like both of those guys a lot. Should see some good 12 personnel packages there.
I feel great about our tight ends this year.
We just got to keep them healthy. After those two, it can get a little bit rougher. But if both of them stay healthy, I really like our tight ends.
I've heard a lot of good things about Mr. Deshaun Brame. And I feel like Ethan Davis, now a junior, he's been in here for a while. I feel like he's matured through this. You'd hope that injury that he's, out with right now isn't too serious, but I think the 1-2 combo of Ethan Davis and then Deshaun Brame just basically being a guy that's, 6'5", 6'6" at 245 or whatever he's listed at, and you've got the guys on the team saying that he runs like a wide receiver. That's, to me, that's like one of our first guys in that tight end room that feels like one of those elite athlete tight ends that you see at some of these big time programs.
Is that the biggest thing that could take this offense to an extra level?
I mean,
like even at quarterback, like I know we beat the quarterback conversation to death, but like none of us think that year one George McIntyre or year one Faison Brandon can outperform 2022 Hendon Hooker, right? Like none of us think that, right? Like even at the apex, like best case scenario for either one of those quarterbacks is not going to be better than Hendon Hooker in year one. Now, if you want to say that like Faison is awesome and by like year 3, he's that level, okay, sure, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this year. Wide receiver, Staley and Matthews are, I think, really good, borderline awesome. I don't think either one of those guys is going to outperform Jalen Hyatt, correct, in terms of like being a game breaker, winning the Biletnikoff, going out and taking over games. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the combination of that, maybe it's the best duo we've had in a long time. Possibly. Like maybe those guys combined could be better than Hyatt and, Hyatt's number 2 in 2022. But for me, and like, big bad Deshaun Bishop, Bubba, like he could be great, but like the odds of him being better than Dylan Sampson in 2024 probably low, right? I mean, like in terms of him.
Disagree. That's me being very biased.
I think you'd still say the odds are low that he's going to be better than Deshaun than Dylan Sampson.
I think he gets more carries.
Maybe. I'm just saying, like, the bar of stepping over, like, SEC Offensive Player of the Year feels pretty high. Not saying Bishop can't do it. I'm just saying I think the odds are low. But in terms of Josh Heupel's tight ends, that feels like an area that Tennessee could really take a step forward, no?
I think this is the best group of tight ends that you've had under Josh Heupel when it comes to just overall athleticism and playmakers. And, obviously the last thing that you feel like you need to kind of solidify there is maybe just you've had one guy that feels like he's just been a designated like inline blocker. And, I think what you've got in your 1-2 and Ethan Davis and Deshaun Brame is two guys that bring a little bit more to the table in terms of receiving. But, if they can hold their own blocking wise, that feels like a completely new element to this offense. If you've seen the tight end become more and more incorporated over the years as he's kind of evolved that offense.
In 2025, AK last year, you basically got 4 touchdowns and like 570 yards out of your 3 tight ends. In 2024, Kitselman had 301 yards and 4 touchdowns. Holden Stays had 131 yards and 1 touchdown. So we're up to like what? Like what is that? 430 and 5 touchdowns. Ethan Davis had 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2023, if I'm looking at the tight ends, McAllen Castles, that's a name I'd completely forgot. 283 yards and 5 touchdowns. Not bad on the actual like touchdowns. Jacob Warren,
I get that guy.
191 yards and 4 touchdowns. So I mean, like the 9 touchdowns there, that's a pretty big number. 9 touchdowns from your tight ends, but like in terms of yards, you had we'll just call it 500. I'd like to see like what games McCastle's got his touchdowns in. Do you remember any big ones that he had here? Do you have one against Alabama? I want to say early in that game. That's the only one I really remember. McCastle's had one against App State. Yep, one against Alabama. 2 catches for 12 yards, 1 touchdown against Alabama. UConn had one. Vanderbilt had one. Bowl game had one. So of the 5, I would say one of them would be what I would consider an impact touchdown. So maybe that's why that number jumps out to me. 2022 in Tennessee's offense, was the best maybe it's ever been. Your tight end position, Princeton Fant had 241 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jacob Warren, 163, no touchdowns. So your tight end wasn't even like really a factor at all that season. So I do think when you look at this combo of guys, and it may even be bigger than a combo. I've gotten some intel, some real love. Don't know if that necessarily means in year 1 it's going to matter, but they really, really like what they've seen so far from Luka Wolf. They really like what they see there and think that he is much better than advertised. I know we've made some jokes. I've been guilty of it too about the NFL Academy and how we haven't really had any luck there, but they said this Luka guy might change that he kind of looks the part.
Great name.
We also got a transfer from South Alabama, didn't we? Like Thomas, I think his last name is.
Yeah, we got a
Thomas, I think. Yeah.
We got a group of tight ends. Now I'm
not saying that they're able to produce, but like I think as long as you have, as Sam mentioned, one tight end that can kind of excel more in like the athletic and playmaking and pass catching, and a guy that can excel at kind of being that extended, 6-down lineman to block for everybody.
And look, I mean, they're going to get stats in the blowout games too, for sure. So like some of that'll be a little misleading, like they were we're talking about with McCastles or McAllen Castles, but like having a group of guys that could do it, I think is the biggest place for potential improvement for Josh Heupel and this Tennessee offense. We haven't had a game breaker at tight end. I thought Ethan Davis showed flashes last year of like getting ready to take that leap. You saw it at times, like the Oklahoma game, 5 for 62. That's a pretty good performance. Against Vandy, 7 for 85. Against Florida, 5 for 72 and a touchdown. So like you're starting to see some of that possibility, some of that potential. And Brame, I mean, people really are high on him, right? I mean, people really think that he could be a difference maker moving forward.
We think any of these guys are hitting the upper 19, 20 mile an hour range?
I bet Brame is in that list.
They're saying that guy's a freak athletically.
Yeah. I feel like when he came in, they're just like, this guy, if they really wanted to, they could slim him up and put him, outside a little bit. But
and you've seen Josh do that where he's lined up Ethan Davis at wide receiver, or off the line. Like, I mean, not as like just an end of line tight end. He's put him split out. So like, I definitely do think you'll see that wrinkle. And I think there'll be times where you see Josh Heupel go back to his 2 tight ends. And maybe this time the 2 tight ends are just 2 basically wide receivers or guys that can move out there versus like a Miles Kitzelman, who was a very, very, very poor man's version of Gronk. And what I mean by that is just he was just your prototypical big lumbering tight end that you wanted to be a blocker that you could put out in routes and catch. Now, of course, like I said, very, very poor man's. He was nowhere near Gronk in terms of talent and ability, but he was that body type, that mold. Kitzelman, to me, was maybe the most disappointing thing from last year's team. I thought maybe he would be a bigger factor and help that squad.
Yeah, he was not good at all last year.
Yeah, I mean, like 253 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, you could really blame him for 2 interceptions against Mississippi State. Like it sucks because I thought he was really good in 2024.
He was.
But then last year, the plays I think of him not being able to tackle the Oklahoma.
God, that was so bad.
Not being able to get him on the ground and giving up that touchdown.
Getting his face drug all over the
turf.
He got paid.
He got paid?
Yeah. Talking with his family up in Ohio, they said, oh, he's weighing options and, comparing NIL packages and stuff like that. Whether or not that's just them,
where's Kitzelman at now?
Well, NFL.
Oh, you're saying Ohio State, so 2 years ago. He got paid and came back. Well, I think it was completely fine to pay him in 2025, because I thought he was an important player in 2024.
You expected him to be much better.
I don't know if you remember. I know it's kind of laughable, but when the video game came out in 2025, he was our highest rated offensive player. Whenever you'd put on the NCAA game, it would say he was your impact guy.
And he just was not a good blocker last year. There were so many times when we would run insert or counter, and he would just not fit it correctly, not get to his guy. Just not a good year for him at all.
And like I said, the plays I think about is not being able to tackle and then not being able to catch against Mississippi State.
Brad Crawford put out an article about literally just the college football's biggest fall camp risers so far yesterday, and Deshaun Brame was listed in there.
Really?
Yeah. Said basically just taking advantage of Ethan Davis's precautionary time away from practice has dramatically improved his blocking ability, essential in Josh Heupel's offense. Talking about how Coach Avalon has been speaking highly of him throughout the offseason and stuff like that. So all the things that we've heard that check out.
It's a weird thought because I don't know how many passing yards we have to go around this year, or how many receiving yards we have to go around this year, right? I don't know what our young freshmen are going to do in terms of total production. I think they'll be able to get to 3,300 yards pretty easily, maybe 3,500. So I hope at least you can get there. But there's 2 big mouths to feed at wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Guys that had 900 yards last year that are going to want to at least get that. A third receiver that's going to want to, be a part of the offense and have 400 or 500 yards. A fourth receiver that's competing with a third receiver that's going to want to have some balls thrown to him and get, 200 or 300 yards. Some running backs that are going to get some dump downs that'll add, let's just call it 300 yards between all the running backs. I don't know how much that leaves for the tight ends to really eat here, but I do think both those guys, Davis and Brame, are guys that you should be trying to get the ball to.
Either that or they do eat, and we just have really, really dangerous offense.
Yeah, well, I know, but
the way that you framed that, it's oh man, Tennessee's got a lot of playmakers right now.
Well, they do, but I'm just saying, realistically, there's only so many yards to go around. You know what I mean? Tennessee's not gonna. I don't anticipate them setting records or having 65 or 7,000 total yards this season. I imagine there's a finite number to go around, and Big Bad Deshaun Bishop's going to want his 1,400 rushing yards. Or at least 1,200 rushing yards. Like you said, though, maybe the offense is just explosive and awesome. It does tell me that there's a lot of stuff in place, and that's without even pointing out that the offensive line is thought of as the best in the SEC, or at least one of the best in the SEC.
I mean, I'm looking at kind of Ole Miss from last year. I know that, I think comparing a young freshman here to Trinidad Chambliss is a little bit excessive, but
I don't know if it is though.
You look at Quan Lacey had 1,500 yards, and then they just were really, really balanced. It was
how many? Give me the leading receivers.
Leading receiver had 934 yards, but then it goes 811, 684, 635, 635, 373.
How many yards did Chambliss throw for?
Chambliss threw for just under 4,000, 39-37.
Which, on one hand, it is hard to say that, any freshman should put up those numbers. But, same exercise, though. Like, you never, ever would have thought a guy coming from, where was it, Ferris State?
Yeah.
Is that where he was from? Like, you never would have thought a guy coming from there with no experience playing power football would put up those numbers either. So, like, I understand he's older, he's more mature, but at the same time, he had no experience, whereas Tennessee's quarterbacks are going to come in with no experience.
And they had two tight ends, one guy 39 catches for 635 yards and another guy with 19 catches for 197 yards.
Okay.
I think
you said 6 and 200 basically?
Yeah.
So 800 yards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I want to set the tight end expectation. That's probably a little bit high, but I was going to say like 700 yards. 700 yards and like 6 touchdowns is kind of what I'm thinking, which is for most times a big improvement for what Josh Heupel's had in his offense, especially if you're able to perform in games that matter. Like if you look at the way Ethan Davis played in some games that mattered down the stretch last year, it wasn't like he was beating up on the Austin Peay's of the world. Bubba, you look unconvinced.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the weapons we have at wide receivers, guys wanting to get back to that. And it's like with young guys coming in, I don't know how much he will, probably won't at all change, but open up the playbook and just having the, either Faison or McIntyre just throw it, because you got to spread the ball around a lot. A lot of guys want the ball, a lot of plays to be made.
I mean, I think in the best type of offense is you have a number one receiver, but you do have capable 2, 3, 4, and 5, and like you have guys that can all make plays when they get the ball thrown to them. I think I still want a go-to guy. Like you look back at the Chiefs, like Mahomes was good at spreading it around, but like, hey, a 3rd and 5, he still knew like, hey, here's Travis Kelce. Or a couple years before, like, hey, it's time to go deep to Tyreek Hill. Like, I still think those offenses, the Rams last year, the Seahawks last year, Seahawks were opposite. They were just like, hey, we're going to throw the ball to JSN, and that's it. I know the NFL and college is a little bit different, but like, it felt like down the stretch, Indiana was just like, hey, we're throwing to this Baker kid. Oh, Charlie. That's going to be the guy that we rely to. But I do think you need your quarterback comfortable enough to maybe not like worry about spreading the ball around, Bubba, but just being willing to throw to the open guy. Whatever the offense, is being given by the defense. I'm very interested to see how this goes because like every conversation we've had, it all comes back to the quarterback and quarterback play. It does feel like the offense has every piece you need on it to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
And if you believe in the quarterbacks at all, then you kind of have to believe in the team, which means that you're like the season over and you think this team could be a dark horse, which is exciting. Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with another batch of headlines. We got some Tuesday trivia. Stick with us.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear! To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Join us for the third annual Fan Run Night at the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th at Covenant Health Park. Come hang out with the Fan Run crew and arrive early to pick up some swag as we watch the Smokies take on the Rocket City Trash Pandas on a thirsty Thursday, featuring half-price draft beers all night long. It's the third annual Fan Run Night with the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th. Listen to Fan Run Radio for details on how to score free tickets.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power Rankings, Tuesday Trivia. John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen, ayy. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. This batch of headlines is brought to you by SM Athletics. If you need some uniforms or equipment for your sports team, if you need your logo, anything, put on a shirt, call the folks at SM Athletics. 865-966-3434 or online at smathletics.com. Hour 3 headlines. Get us started, Josh. What you got?
So Bruce Feldman, he puts out every year his annual college football freaks list, just guys who are athletically gifted more so than others. Tennessee had 2 players make this list this year. Arion Carter came in at number 6 overall, and then Mike Matthews came in at number 71 overall. He goes to 100.
Okay.
I was kind of surprised that Arion Carter was so high.
So Nick Harbor from South Carolina is number 1. Then you've got Jeremiah Smith at 2. Amari Washington, defensive tackle out of Oregon, at 3. Guys like that. He just looks at like athletic feats. So like Amari Washington squatted at 855 in the offseason. So he put him at 3 there. His reasoning for Arion Carter at number 6 is he was in the top 12 on the freaks list last year. And after moving up and improving his vertical inches a few inches. So Arion Carter's vertical is apparently 42.5 inches, which is ridiculous for somebody his size. And he upped his bench press by 75 pounds to 400. Arion Carter has also been clocked at 21.7 miles an hour. That's up from 21.2 miles an hour last year.
Boys are fast. The boys can jump. The boys are athletic. Until Bubba blames Derek Owens for getting them all hurt. That's sad, Bubba.
Let me go down to Mike Matthews. I'll give you the reasoning here Former 5-star recruit who enters his second season as a starter caught 53 balls for 813 yards and 4 touchdowns. The 6'1", 200-pounder has really benefited from the arrival of new strength coach Derek Owings. Matthews has improved his top speed to 23 miles per hour, and his 1.43 second 10-yard split also stands out. Matthews also has a 38.5-inch vertical jump. I knew Mike was fast. I didn't know he was 23 miles an hour fast.
It's easy to forget he was a 5-star. And like the 5 stars are usually freaks. It'd be really cool if he morphed into a 5-star and actually played like it this year. I mean, he was good last year. Don't get me wrong. Like he made some plays. It was a little frustrating at times. In particular, the drop against Vanderbilt, that was really bad. But it'd be nice if he took that leap and was actually the guy we thought we were getting when we got him. Although I do like, I did a radio hit with Chuck Oliver yesterday. Man, I hate doing those.
Wow.
I mean, I like the guys. Like when Heath texts me, his producer, and asked me, like, I feel bad if I ever say no.
Chuck.
Well, I just hate doing them because, well, Chuck, I don't know if you ever listened to his show or listened to me do an interview there. It's rapid fire. It's like
his whole show is.
Yeah, it's like 8 questions in like a 10-minute span. And he's asking me about stuff, and like I feel bad because sometimes I don't think he knows the exact intricacies of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll correct him on something, or like he's just he'll, so I feel a little awkward there. Or he'll ask me something that like I don't know. I don't care about the third string so and so or whatever. Like his last question was about Jeremiah Thielander. I was like, man, we're not really even talking much about Thielander up here right now. Like I mean, like I was like, it's a good depth piece, but he's like acting like, can you take a big step forward and lead the defense? It's like, no. No, he's not going to do that. Like I was like, he was out of place last year having to play. Like that's why the defense, part of the reason the defense wasn't any good. I was like, he's a great depth piece. I'm rooting for the guy. But one of the things we did talk about was Mike Matthews. And I did point out, like, I do appreciate that Mike Matthews and Staley do seem like they are just really connected.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really seem like there's any jealousy there. Whenever they do things, it seems like they're always kind of together. And I appreciate that. Like, I don't know if either one of them looks at themselves as the number one. I don't know if at Tennessee they think there's a number one. We've talked about it. The stats are pretty damn identical. It does feel like they're just more of a tandem, a duo. I do like that. Mike Matthews came in as a 5-star. Staley was highly rated, but not quite 5-star. But it does seem like they're kind of just equals and kind of look at each other as equals. I think that's kind of cool.
And you don't get the vibes that, either of them kind of have that wide receiver diva mentality. And, I think you've seen it from Heupel too in this offseason. He's kind of said, like, I'd challenge both of those guys to take on some more leadership roles within the team. And I think, you've seen it from Mike Matthews and some of the stuff that he's been speaking to the media about, saying he's feels like a proud father with Faison Brandon and stuff like that. I think those are two guys that are definitely know that, like, I think the sum of their parts are very, very dangerous, to the rest of the league and stuff like that.
Well, I've said it for months. I think both of those guys are going to eclipse the 1,000-yard mark for us in receiving yards this year. That's one of my bolder predictions for this season.
I mean, it wouldn't shock me, especially they could have done it last year had we played better in the bowl game.
I'm talking regular season. I think they'll get there in the regular season, both of them.
Okay. Well, I was going to say they let you count the bowl game as stats, but like we could have gotten both of them 1,000 yards last year had Joey's arm just not fallen apart and had he just played better in the bowl game. It's bold, but like it's definitely
It's not the boldest thing in the world, but it's still bold.
Yeah, no, it's definitely attainable. I mean, last year, or I guess this would be 2025. Yeah, last year you had you had Brazel at 1,000, you had Staley at 830, you had Matthews at 800. So I mean, like they just take a portion of that wide receiver one targets of Brazel. Yeah, pretty easily. I mean, like there was a chance you could have had 3,000-yard receivers. I mean, you'd have had to have some big performances there, but you weren't far off. I mean, you had 3 guys with over 800.
And Mike had 800 on only 53 catches too.
Yeah,
like you said, that volume's going to go up more for someone like him.
You would think so. And definitely for those two. Yeah, I think they both can get to 1,000 as well. Next headline, please.
Lady Vol basketball has come out and announced their entire schedule. They announced their non-conference schedule yesterday, but then they, as of 4 minutes ago, announced their SEC schedule. So some of the key matchups for them this year, they go to Belmont again. They go to Coppin State for some reason. Don't know why we're doing that, but they host UCLA here. There's 2 games that are to be announced. We go to Virginia Tech for the SEC ACC Challenge. We go to UConn, and we play Baylor in Nashville.
Do we go to places like Coppin State as like basically a 2-for-1 type of thing? Because you talk about bought games, right? Like I can't imagine the Lady Vols want to pay too many teams to come play non-conference games. So like I wonder if it's like hey, you come to us twice, we'll come to you once.
Maybe. I understand why we do it with Belmont just because they're Nashville. And
sure.
But
where's Coppin State at?
Baltimore.
Okay.
It's an HBCU.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like I mean, like I'd imagine it's something like that, like where we don't really want to pay somebody a couple $100,000 to travel for a women's basketball game where you're not really going to make that money up on the ticket sales. So you just got to travel there, and then you come to us twice. Hopefully you guys sell some tickets and people in Baltimore want to see the Lady Vol brand. I don't know if that's the reason or what.
But then as far for the SEC slate, your home games, you've got Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, Auburn, Kentucky, and LSU. And then on the road, you have A&M, Texas, Florida, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Missouri, and Arkansas.
Okay. Who is projected to be at the top of women's basketball in the SEC this year? I mean, I assume
South Carolina.
I assume South Carolina and Texas are both going to be really good again.
Probably Vandy with that girl back. I would assume she's still back.
Is LSU going? Is Mulkey going to have them?
Probably.
Yeah. It's probably safe to say it's those 4 teams.
Yeah. I would assume so.
Next headline, please.
On3 has just released its 2026 preseason top 25. Take a guess at where they have Tennessee.
Say that one more time.
On3 has released their preseason top 25. So take a guess where they've got us.
Was it one particular person in On3? Does it say?
Says it's as a collective.
Okay. I feel like we've been right there in the 23, 24, 25 range, so I'll say 23.
What you got, Sam?
Let's go 21.
You seen it yet, Bubba?
No, but I mean,
take a stab at it.
I think they're all around it, so I'm going to have to go up even higher. I'm going to say 18.
20. It's got us at 20. Directly above Utah and directly behind SMU.
Behind SMU?
Behind SMU. They do have more of a proven quarterback.
We beat the hell out of SMU.
They're going off quarterback.
Kevin Jennings.
Kevin Jennings is a good quarterback.
That's fine and dandy.
I think we would win the game. Our skill position and up front we're better.
It's not a quarterback versus quarterback competition.
They're going strictly because of the quarterback.
Yeah.
Did you see the Kevin Jennings headline yesterday?
No.
Suffered a jammed finger on his throwing hand, and someone said, "Get Kevin Jennings to the Kevin Jennings Recovery Center."
Well, I was going to say, I know the last headline I saw about him was that they named a building after him while on campus, which I feel like is crazy.
I mean, yeah, he's not won him anything, right? I mean, he got him to a playoff, but they didn't win the game. They got, body bagged by Penn State.
To me, it's more so just like, I don't really want to give too many statues to people that are living or like name stuff after people that are adults and living, but damn sure not a college kid.
This is just how far NIL has gotten out of reach. If like Carr doesn't do it, honestly, like multi-million-dollar doesn't do it. House now. Buildings. We have to name a building after you.
Well, he wanted the tax write-off. He wanted the tax write-off of making a big donation. So they probably made that donation on his behalf to let him help with his taxes.
That conversation must have been real fun, though. So it's just like, hey, Kevin, what do you want? And he's like, how far are these guys willing to go to keep me here? Name something after me.
Well, and talk about a guy who feels like he's been around forever.
The athletic complex.
Yeah.
I feel like Kevin Jennings has been around for 6 years.
Yeah. The fact he's still at SMU is kind of crazy to me.
And then for their top 5, I'll give you their top 5 real quick.
Yeah, the top 5. Georgia or Texas? Who's higher? Georgia? I feel like Georgia surged ahead of Texas.
Texas is definitely high.
Their top 5 in order is Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Georgia, Notre Dame.
Didn't Georgia get picked to win the SEC, though?
Everybody loves Texas.
Yeah, but didn't Georgia get picked to win the SEC at SEC Media Days? I thought the tide had changed.
I thought it was Texas. I don't know.
I thought the tide had changed to where people are all of a sudden putting Georgia back ahead of Texas.
Not from what I've seen.
Okay.
And then to round out your top 10, you've got Indiana, Miami, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. I think Oklahoma and Ole Miss are a little high there personally. Specifically,
I talked a
Ole
lot
Miss.
of trash about Oklahoma coming out of 24. I don't know if it was just the John Mateer or hiring a GM or whatever the hell happened, but
I
don't like that they're back in the top 10.
I think when a team gets national buzz, and especially their quarterback gets some national buzz, you give them I'd say a 2 week to maybe a month span for that quarterback to prove you right or wrong. And John Mateer proved you right in a wrong way every single time.
No. This was going back to the Jackson Arnold. This was 2024.
24, okay.
When we beat their ass.
Absolutely.
No, when we beat their ass, I mean, Oklahoma fans were talking, we were talking trash back and forth before and after that game, and I was telling them the program was dead. And like how basically they were just going to be a mid-tier SEC program that was like 8th at best. And then, last year Mateer came and got them to the playoff. I don't know how good they actually were. They were better than Tennessee last year, but I don't know how good they actually were, or if it was a schedule thing because their schedule looked really tough at the beginning of the season, but it ended up being kind of easy. I don't know how legitimate they were, so I don't know what to think about them this year. Like Mateer's fine. I know Mateer is a really good at some moments and really bad others. Is how I describe it. I don't know how you feel about him. I feel like his ceiling's really high. I feel like his floor is pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
I think as the season goes on, that floor gets lower because he starts getting banged up and beat up. I don't know. Like even them beating us last year. I mean, I know I said they were better than us, but I felt like that was a game we should have won.
Yeah.
Their win against Alabama, I feel like that's a game Alabama probably should have won, but they won both those games, so I got to give them credit for it. But then they got to the playoff, and they looked like I kind of thought they would, where they just gagged all over themselves and couldn't do much. So are you buying them this year as a top 10 team in the preseason?
Top 10 feels hard for me to want to commit to with them, but I do feel like they're going to be a pretty talented team.
Okay.
And I would buy more of a John Mateer. I don't know if revival is the right term, but I think you'll see some better, more consistent.
Just him being better
out of Mateer. Yeah.
Yeah. Revival is probably not the right phrase, but I know what you mean. Actually sustained success, because at the beginning of the year, he was the Heisman contender, Heisman favorite, front runner. People thought he might be a first round, maybe number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
And then the pendulum swung, and people were like, this guy kind of sucks, actually.
Well, I mean, he got hurt. I mean,
sure, but that's how bad it was. Even out of the playoff game, that pick 6 he threw against Alabama, people were like, this guy, not even like a good quarterback at this point.
He kind of said it himself. He was like, man, I maybe rushed this injury back a little bit too fast. I was just trying to get out there and play for my team type of thing. And obviously it didn't help him out or his team.
I understand the injury stuff for sure, but some of those throws he made against Texas were not injury. They were just you don't understand how to read defenses. And then he kind of said that at the end of the year too. It's I was just kind of looking at one read and throwing the ball. So I understand the injury thing, but that feels almost like a little bit of a cop-out.
Well, a lot of people are just kind of penciling Oklahoma into the playoff, and I really don't know if I buy that. They couldn't run the ball to save their life last year.
Right. So Sam says he doesn't necessarily buy them as a top 8 team, but still kind of thinks they're really talented. Josh, where do you feel? How do you feel about them? Because to me, I'm selling Oklahoma stock this year.
Yeah, I think I am too. I'm not convinced they're going to be a playoff caliber team. They might be on the bubble at the end of things, but I think they'll be on the wrong side of the bubble. I've not put out my predictions or anything yet, but I don't anticipate that I'm going to put them into the playoff. I mean, their schedule looks to be tougher this year. I'm pulling it up right now.
Well, it has to be, because I was getting ready to say the over-under there is 7.5.
So they go to Michigan week 2. That's tough. They go to Georgia, and then they could start the season 2-3 because their first 5 games are UTEP, Michigan, New Mexico, at Georgia, Texas.
I know it's not an exact science, but they're getting talked about in the top, 8? You said they're number 8 here on this, and Tennessee was where 20th. But both teams have a win total right now of 7.5.
And then they've still got to play Texas A&M and Ole Miss later in the year in the month of November.
Right,
they got to go to Florida.
I know that just win totals they're not always equal, right? Because the schedule could be tough or whatever. But one's getting talked about as a top 10 team that should be a playoff contender. The other is getting talked about as really not getting talked about at all at Tennessee. Now 7.5 isn't a high win total, so it doesn't necessarily bode well for Tennessee's chances. But the conversation surrounding the two teams is just interesting to me.
It's going back to quarterback. They've got more national respect with their quarterback coming back, and we don't even know who our guy is yet. And no matter who he is, he's a true freshman. Or not a true freshman if it's GMAC, but
basically,
yeah.
Yeah, we can just say freshman. Where do we, is there a chance? How likely? I don't exactly know how to phrase it, but is John Mateer just going to be clearly better than our quarterback next year?
Probably. I would say yeah.
Much better than our quarterback next year?
I would say yeah, probably.
Okay.
He's good.
Sam, do you concur with that? That John Mateer is too high of a bar for our quarterbacks to get to next year?
I mean, when you read off that schedule to me, I don't know if I'm going to just lock or pencil in John Mateer is just blowing out whoever we have at quarterback away. That's a brutal schedule.
I mean, I say that, but I look at his stats: 2,900 yards, 14 touchdowns, 11 picks.
That's what I'm saying. Even for the rushing, I mean, we talk about him as if he's this big rusher. I mean, he added 400 yards and 8 touchdowns, which is good. He's athletic, but it's not like he was Lamar Jackson out there. I don't know. I just
2 years ago though, he threw for 3,200 yards.
Yeah, but
30 touchdowns, 7 picks.
But against what? The dying Pac-4 schedule. I mean, what was he even playing at 2 years ago?
He was Washington State.
Right, but
who quarterback came from there?
Well, I know, but who were they even playing at that point? Who they weren't playing a real. The Pac-12 was dead by then, right? Is what I'm saying. It wasn't a real schedule.
24 was the last year of the Pac-12.
Yeah. I don't know. Just look. I know they won both these games, but 19 of 29, 159 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 1 interception against Tennessee. Against Alabama, 15 of 23, 138 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Against Missouri, 14 of 30, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but against LSU, 23, 38, 318.
Yeah, but 3 interceptions.
Oh, I didn't see the 3 picks.
Yeah, I mean, he threw. They score 17 points as a team. He throws 3 interceptions. So, I don't think that was necessarily a great performance. 318 yards, sure, I'll give him that. But, the interceptions. 14, overall last year, 14 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. You're telling me our quarterbacks can't do that?
No, I mean, I'd be disappointed in any of our quarterbacks.
Yeah, after looking at the stats, I'm kind of more so with you. I think we can maybe be a little bit better than that.
Now Oklahoma's defense, that's the different story there. Obviously, it's going to be tough for our defense to come close to theirs.
I mean, I'd like to see our quarterbacks not throw that many interceptions. I'd like to keep it under double digits.
Yep. Joey was at 10 last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I want to be around that 7 number, kind of at most.
7 to 9 is where I would like for us to sit and be realistic about it. Obviously, you'd like to sit at 0, but or as little as you can.
Bubba, send us a break. We'll come back. We'll play some Tuesday trivia.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work-hard, play-hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
As soon as we could see clearly through our big black.
All right, Dan, let's play some Tuesday trivia. Bubba, did you do all this by yourself?
I did get help for one category.
Okay. What topics you got for us?
Gentlemen, we have general.
Okay.
I'm stalling as I... We have fast food cities.
Okay.
We have wars.
Okay.
And we have early 2K QBs, early 2000s quarterbacks. And we have escape artists.
Okay. I'll go first this week. Give me
early 2000s quarterbacks.
No, because you guys are young, so I don't know if you'll be able to get early 2000s quarterbacks. I think you will be, but we're on the same playing field here with fast food cities. I mean, I'm a little bit chunkier than you two. Josh used to be a big old boy when he played football. Yeah. I'll go fast food cities for 3.
Fast food cities for 3. McDonald's.
Oh, so you don't give me the city. Okay.
And I should have clarified, fast food cities founded.
Yeah. Damn it, I was hoping I got...
So we're just guessing where these things started.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I guess I was thinking he would give me the city and I would give him the fast food. Because for some reason I'm thinking somewhere in Kansas for this. And I feel like if you had told me somewhere in Kansas, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not Kansas at all, but that's what I'm picturing. Topeka.
Somewhere in California.
It's California?
For McDonald's, it is San Bernardino.
I was going to say Burbank, but...
I watched the movie.
I was going to say, have you seen The Founder?
Yeah, I watched the movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I really like that movie.
Yeah, I watched the movie.
Yeah, you just eat it right out of the bag.
Is it ready?
Well, that was a big whiff.
All right, Josh. What do you? I mean, I'm guessing you want to go quarterbacks.
That's where I think we should go.
Let's go quarterbacks for 3 and see if we can nail down this category.
Started 9 games his rookie season in 1997 for Arizona. Eventually got traded to Denver and would hand Tom Brady his first playoff loss on January 14th, 2006.
Damn it. I should have gone for this for 3.
I'll repeat the question for you, hopefully without a stutter. Started 9 games his rookie season in 1997 for Arizona. Eventually got traded to Denver and would hand Tom Brady his first playoff loss on January 14th, 2006.
That's a great question for a great category, Bubba. Good job.
You have anything?
See, I thought they'd be.
I mean, I might have something. I'm not convinced that he played that he was picked in the 90s? Because my mind goes to Carson Palmer, but I don't know if that's who it is. That's going to be my best guess is Carson Palmer.
I mean, I'm blanking. Doesn't feel right, but that's
it doesn't feel right. But
Carson Palmer, Bubba.
Jake the Snake
Close.
Plummer.
Jake Plummer.
Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah,
I
Carson.
love Jake Plummer. Too.
Carson didn't get drafted until like 04.
Okay, he was a little bit later than that. That's why I was trying to figure that out.
All right, give me early 2K QBs for 4. Should have went for 3. Son of a gun.
When Kurt Warner got hurt in 2002, this guy stepped in and took over the reins of the greatest show on turf. He quietly put up massive numbers, earning 2 Pro Bowl nods, even winning the Pro Bowl MVP in 2003.
Oh. I know this is not my answer. Trent Green was there, and he got hurt, and Kurt Warner got his job. Mark Bolger.
That is correct.
What a get that is. That's elite ball knowledge there. That's elite ball knowledge there, Bubba.
He
Out of West Virginia.
No, I didn't. I was thinking Trent.
He knew it the whole time.
No,
He's just trying to act smart for the audience.
Trent Green went to the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, Trent Green went to the Chiefs. No, I knew it started with a B, and my mind was thinking Kyle Bowler, but he was with the Ravens. So as I talked it out, but the B's come through.
Hoping you would have said Bradford, but
Sam Bradford?
Yeah, because he also took over the Rams.
Yeah, that was like 2006.
Later, yeah.
Come on. You think you're dealing with a Schmohawk over here?
All right, what are we thinking now, Josh?
What categories we got that we haven't touched?
General, wars, and escape artists.
I mean, do you feel confident in any of those? Because I don't.
No. Let's try general, I guess. That seems like our best chance.
For what, 3?
For 3, yeah.
This flightless bird, often considered really dumb, was driven to extinction by 1681.
It's the dodo.
Dodo bird.
Dodo bird.
That is correct.
There we go.
So I know my prehistoric animals.
There we go.
Bubba, if you get a dinosaur category out one day, I'm going to be all over that, dude.
Make note, Bubba.
Make a note that
Give
Josh
us a dinosaur category since you're slanting at the board towards John on early 2000s quarterbacks.
Make a note that Josh is going to be all over that dude. Give me escape artists for 3.
Escape
I don't know any damn escape artists, but it sounds like a fun category. Let's do
Houdini,
this
and
one.
that's about it.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind that this artist made this 2006 banger about escaping from stress and drama.
Wait. Read that again. No doubt in my mind.
No doubt in my mind that this artist made this 2006 banger about escaping from stress and drama.
Made a banger? So you're saying it's an artist? Is it a song?
I'm looking for the artist.
Right, I know, but I'm saying, is it like a
This
musician? It's not an escape artist at all? No doubt in my mind.
It could be Vincent Van Gogh.
No, he was dead. All right, read it one more time.
No doubt in my mind that this artist made this 2006 banger about escaping from stress and drama.
Andy Warhol?
What the hell is this?
Don't help him out.
Banksy?
Those are just artists. They didn't escape.
Cody?
He did escape too. Chris Angel.
Sorry, I'm looking for Gwen
Let's say it was Gwen
Stefani.
Stefani, the sweet escape. Yeah. I would have gotten that one if we got it.
Well, it's funny because you said no doubt. In my mind, I did think Gwen Stefani, but I did not piece together the sweet escape.
We should have gone after that one, Sam. I knew that one.
Do you want to go back to the escape artist category?
That's a good question. That's fair. I blew it.
So do we want to do QBs for 2 now and get the lead? Or try to? I mean, I feel like
let's see if we can get
let's
back
go.
here.
It's going to be real embarrassing if you guys miss a 2. It's going to be real embarrassing.
Atlanta
Sorry,
Falcons.
Bubba's making categories that are in John's wheelhouse over here.
Atlanta Falcons #1 overall pick in 2001. Great in 2004. Got into some animal trouble.
Yeah. Michael Vick.
Great.
That should have been a 1, Bubba. All right, this has got a chance to be embarrassing. Give me Wars for 3.
Wars for 3. The 7 Years' War ended in 1763 and resulted in 2 separate peace agreements. The Treaty of Hubertsburg and this other treaty.
I thought he was going to say the war ended in this year. What year did it start in? It was the
Well,
7 Year War.
7 Years' War was not actually 7 years.
It wasn't?
No, it wasn't actually 7 years. Was it between the French and the British and like the Native Americans? Is that the 7 Year War? I feel like it was, but I'm kind of an idiot. The name of the treaty? The name of the treaty that ended the war, is that what you said?
The 7 Years' War ended in 1763 and resulted in 2 separate peace agreements. The Treaty of Hubertsburg and this other treaty.
I've never heard of the Treaty of Hubertsburg. I know it's not Versailles, but that's the only treaty that's coming to mind. Treaty of Versailles. I know it's not right.
Close. We're looking for the Treaty of Paris.
Ah, okay. Well, you're an idiot, Jonathan, because you should have at least said a French. You said it was France and England. You should have at least said a French city. You could have said Paris. Moron.
Is Versailles not French?
Is it? I don't know if it is or not.
It sounds French.
It sounds Italian to me, but I don't know. Maybe
It's European.
It is.
That's all.
Yeah.
Can I look that up in the middle?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's French.
It probably is. It probably is. I'm not a city guy.
Yeah.
It's not?
Signed officially that ended World War I between Germany and the Allied powers.
Yeah, I knew it was the one that ended I knew that was World War I. I just didn't think of anything else.
You hear all those treaties and they
Yeah.
just mix in your head.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. What an idiot.
All right,
moron.
Josh.
So what are we looking at here?
Kind of intrigued in the fast food cities. I'm not going to lie.
Let's run it. Let's do it. For 2?
It is in France. Versailles is in France.
2?
I mean, it's 2 or 4, right?
Yeah, let's try the 2.
Okay.
Fast food cities for 2, please, Bubba.
Little Caesars.
That is
Detroit, Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll put an asterisk on that one because they'll say Garden City, but that is a suburb of Detroit.
Okay.
So I allowed either answer if you would have given me those.
Oh, that's good.
Would you give me an extra point if I said Garden City?
No.
Okay.
I think you're. Why would he know that? But
So are we up 3 now?
Yeah. Give me quarterbacks for 5, Bubba. That Mark Bolger one should have been a 5.
a surprising second round pick by the Cowboys in 2001. This guy from Georgia was tasked with replacing Troy Aikman. Issues would lead to him playing for the Jets and ultimately ending his career after 2004.
Quincy Carter.
That is correct.
How many questions we got left, Sam?
That was my 5th round question, I think. You guys got a 5th round question. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Yeah. You guys got your second question in the 5th round. Then we got the 6th and 7th.
Okay, so we still got a little bit to go.
Thank God I got that category, Bubba.
I'm not hating the fast foods for 4.
That's what I was kind of rolling. All right, let's go fast foods for 4.
Fast foods for 4. Burger King.
Mm.
I feel like I've looked up where a lot of places have originated, and Burger King I just kind of don't put in my brain at all. Burger King seems like
It's not Southern, I don't believe. I don't think it's out west. So I'm thinking like a Midwest spot, and it doesn't seem Northeastern to me.
I feel like I could see Burger King being like a Florida thing.
It might be. Well, where did we say McDonald's was California, but I don't think Burger King's California.
I was really hoping this would be like Sonic.
Or like a Zaxby's or something, yeah. I don't hate a Florida guess if you want to pull a city from Florida.
Let's go Orlando, Florida, Bubba.
Close. We're looking for Jacksonville.
Oh, wow. You know what? You guys should get some points for that. I'm not giving you any, but you should get some. Damn. Give me Give me escape artist for 4. No, this is dumb. This is dumb. Go ahead.
She escaped from slavery only to become one of the top conductors on the Underground Railroad.
I mean, the only... When I think of the Underground Railroad, I think of... I don't have a better guess than Harriet Tubman.
That is correct.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
That can't be a 4-pointer.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
That's a 2.
Okay, well, what are we down now? Because we got to play the game a little bit. Are we down 5?
What's the score here?
13-7.
13-7.
So we got to go for 3 or more.
I mean, I think we got to take fast food cities for 5.
Yeah, I think
better not be Chick-fil-A.
White Castle.
Hell.
Is White Castle Canadian, or am I making that up? I know it's up north.
No
idea. I know for a fact it's up north. Why do I think this is Canadian?
I mean, that would kind of track for a 5-pointer.
But if I say it's Canadian and it's not Canadian, I'm going to feel really dumb.
Minnesota.
It's somewhere. It's like it's Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, or Canada.
I feel like it can't be Wisconsin if you're getting like Culver's up there. If you're feeling something in Canada,
I am. I just don't. I don't trust myself though. I know for a fact it's
what
up
Canadian
north.
city do you feel in your plums?
Toronto.
I don't have much better than Toronto.
We can roll it if you want to.
Toronto.
I'm sorry, we're looking for Wichita, Kansas.
Okay, then I'm just far off. And
Well,
now I look like
no,
an idiot.
it's headquartered in Columbus, Ohio. I mean, but the
Why
question
do you
was
know
where
the White Castle headquarters are.
because my buddy used to live in Columbus.
Okay.
And I used to live in Ohio. Well, around the border, but so like it is a northern thing. The question was where was it founded? So I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. But I would have said Columbus, Ohio, and I would have been really mad when Bubba's like, actually, it was founded in Kansas. I would have been really mad about that.
Why would you have been mad? That's not where it's founded.
I would have been mad at myself just for knowing Ohio and knowing it's there, and that they moved it from Kansas to Ohio. Because I feel like most places are just headquartered where they're founded most of the time, but maybe that's completely wrong. But in my head, that's how it works. Like Atlanta was Chick-fil-A was founded in Atlanta. The headquarters are still there. Like, I don't know. I don't know where McDonald's headquarters are. Maybe they're not in San Bernardino, California, or wherever. But I would like to know how it ended up from Kansas to Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like Josh said, I think it was a northern.
Yeah, I know it's a northern thing
place.
for sure.
Yeah. So I would have been mad if it was Kansas. Like, what the hell? Again, not at Bubba, just at myself. Give me, I guess, generals for 4.
Created by the legendary Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli, this fluffy creature stands with an umbrella and protects those around him.
What?
Created by whom?
Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli?
Is that a Pokemon or something?
All right, and then they protect somebody with an umbrella?
This fluffy creature stands with an umbrella and protects those around him.
Clifford? He doesn't stand with an umbrella, does he? That's where my mind went. Clifford?
I'm looking for Totoro.
Who the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that person is.
How is that your general for 4? And Harriet Tubman is also the 4 for escape artist, Bubba.
There's a reasoning. I'll explain it after.
Just pick a 5, Sam, and see if we can get an impressive one.
Let's go escape artist for 5 and see if we can get like David Blaine or something like that.
And the Shawshank Redemption. We all know Andy Dufresne escapes, but how long was he in prison for?
Oh,
I've never seen Shawshank, so I don't know.
Great question, Bubba.
I can't even give you anything here.
67 years. feel like it's a long time. I haven't seen Shawshank Redemption in a while.
I mean, how old is he when he's escaping?
Let's go.
Because we can get an educated guess if we know his age.
Let's go 42 years, Bubba.
No, that's too long.
It's probably 29.
I think that's too long.
In the movie, I'm looking for 19 years.
Okay. I was going to say 14. I was between 14 and 20.
Be right in there.
Yeah. I was thinking. You said in the movie, was it a book too?
There was a book, man.
Yeah.
That one is, I think, 27 years or something like that.
Really? I didn't know they had a book for that.
But for the general, I was trying to make every answer similar sounding. So it's like the first one was Toto, second one was Toto, Dodo, Totoro.
What was the fifth one?
That's cute.
Fifth one was BurgerFi.
No longer. No wonder it takes you so long to get the trivia ready because you're sitting there playing games with it. I appreciate a man with a theme, though. Last call on the other side. Stick with us.
Here at Fan Run Radio, we're not just some podcaster streaming from his mother's basement, but we're also not a bunch of mouthpieces on state-run radio telling you what we've been told to say. We're the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day-only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden Ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
right, let's wrap up this Tuesday show here, Bubba. What have we missed so far? What have we not talked about?
A lot of things.
A lot of things or a couple things?
A couple things.
Okay.
I lied. Because I just want to say this wrong. Northwestern received a commitment for a $35 million gift from the family of Liz and Dick Oyland.
Northwestern did?
Yep.
So they get the new stadium and they get a $35 million gift. Is it for sports? Is it just to like take care of the athletic department, try to buy some players?
According to Mr. Pete Thamel, this donation is intended for holistic football success.
Okay.
Including recruiting, support, and broader program needs.
Well, that's good. That's good. If I was a Northwestern fan, I'd be pretty fired up. Getting the new stadium, which, I don't know if you guys saw the video that William put out, but it's looks like a pretty nice place. It looks state of the art. It's got the new modern pro feel where they're trying to basically make it no bad seat in the house, and it kind of goes up versus out.
It's nicer than the Bills stadium.
Yeah, they did a better job with it. The question will be can they win any games? Who is coaching them? Who's their head coach?
I just had to look that up.
Who is it? Because I know Fitzgerald's at Michigan State now, but who's Northwestern's coach now?
David Braun.
But isn't Kelly on staff there?
Chip Kelly is, he is the offensive coordinator.
Chip Kelly's the OC. Yeah, I know he's on staff, but I wasn't sure what job he had.
I would say Northwestern will win at least 2 games, but they got to play South Dakota State in week 1, so they may lose that one. I might bet on South Dakota State. Spread's only 11.5.
It was South Dakota State's favored, I assume, right?
No, Northwestern's favored.
Oh, wow.
It's still FBS versus FCS,
Yeah.
but South Dakota State's a really good team.
Yeah, maybe it was.
The only win I'd give them is Ball State. They might go 1-11.
Okay.
2 baseball things here. One, a really confusing situation happened in the Red Sox.
Yeah, what was
Toronto game? A 4-out rule pretty much occurred.
They could have had the 4-out rule, but they didn't. Right? So, what had happened was first and third, 1 out, but on the broadcast, or not on the broadcast, in the stadium, it showed 2 outs. So there's a fly ball hit to center field, and the runners, thinking there was 2 outs, rounded the bases. They just kept running. Everyone's confused. They catch the ball. They throw it to first and, double up the guy at first.
Mm-hmm.
But it's similar to it's the timing rule where, in baseball, if you don't take the force out, you tag a guy out instead.
Yeah.
So the runner from third got to score. And once all the players left the fair territory, it became unreviewable.
Yeah,
now, the 4th out rule that Bubba's talking about is they theoretically could have recorded a 4th out by throwing it to third base and saying, hey, we want to check to see if that runner left early and appeal that, which they then would have found he did leave early, and they would have not counted the run, and they would have technically recorded 4 outs that inning. But because they never appealed to third base, the run got to score.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it was a very crazy thing. And they basically had a 15-minute delay, Bubba, a 13-minute delay, I think is the number I saw, where the umps were trying to figure out what the hell to do. And they're basically we don't really know either, but because this and this happened, the run counts, innings over.
And then in Little League, the Tulsa National was disqualified from the Southwest Regional 3 weeks after their softball program was removed from the same regional tournament. Possible
steroids?
No. So there's a document alleging that Tulsa National knowingly used an ineligible player. But then they were granted a temporary restraining order.
Yeah, they sued. They pulled the college football.
This rocks.
And they went into the courts, and the judges said that they are going to be granted a temporary restraining order to allow them to play for a spot in the World Series. Now, I don't know if the restraining order will go all the way through the end of the World Series, or if at some point they're going to pull this 13-year-old kid off the field. But they went and got an injunction, essentially, which is crazy to me.
This is the plot line to one of my favorite movies of all time, Mickey.
Mickey?
Yeah, it's absolute no-name movie.
I thought you were going to say Hardball,
but I had it on DVD growing up, and I watched it on every single road trip.
They tell the one kid he's too old to play. I thought that's where you're headed with that. Mickey?
Harry Connick Jr. is the dad in this, and he is like a dad who's basically running away from the IRS for tax fraud, and he has a stud Little League baseball son, and he basically changes his identity to run away from the IRS, and also his son's identity makes him a year younger on his new birth certificate, and he plays on like the best Little League baseball team when they move out to Vegas.
Is this supposed to be a kids movie?
Yeah, but it's actually like pretty sad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it supposed to be heartwarming? Because it doesn't feel heartwarming at all.
Really sad. Like the guy goes to Vegas, the team just becomes incredible at baseball. He's like the star pitcher. He's like a two-way player. They make it all the way to the Little League World Series. He becomes like a national storyline, and then like they start digging into him as they get to the championship, and they realize that he's a year older. But then the team that they're playing, Cuba, has a team full of guys that are not even from Cuba. So both teams in the championship are cheating.
Okay.
Nobody's ever going to be able to watch this movie. So I feel like I'm just going to explain the whole thing. But
I've never even heard of this.
Bubba, be my guest. I'll try and find it for you to send it to you.
I feel like this is an all-time bad kids movie. I feel like it should have came across my desk at some point. I feel like somebody should have made fun of this or be like, you'll never believe the plot of this movie, and like show some clip. It sounds awful. It sounds sad. But, I had to have that, same reckoning when I was a kid and realized, Angels in the Outfield is really just about this kid getting like abandoned by his dad. And his dad didn't really care if the Angels won the pennant, Bubba. He wasn't actually going to come back. He was saying that as if it was impossible. He rides off on his motorcycle and leaves poor JP there alone with the pigeon lady from Home Alone. Mickey. I need to go check that out. Good job by you boys today. We'll do it again tomorrow. The Tony Basilio Show coming up next.